Good afternoon from the Araneta Coliseum, the historic basketball venue in the heart of Cubao. And we have an exciting doubleheader today. Knockout Thursday here on the UAAP. We'll bring you first the knockout game between NU and UE, a battle for the fourth and last spot in the Final Four. And then later on, the first Final Four game between Ateneo and FEU. Nico Halili here with Dominic Uy to bring you Knockout Thursday here on Studio 23. And our first game will be between two teams who really had the option to go the easy way, but they both decided to do it the hard way to get to the Final Four.
Yeah. Well, we have two teams today who are vying for the last Final Four slot to arrange a playoff against De La Salle.
I mean, really, these two teams, UE and NU, they could have chosen to go to Tagaytay using Santa Rosa, but they'd rather go through Carmona and spend 3 hours on the road. That's been their story.
That's what they want. UE had a chance to win, to get into the Final Four outright if they won against UST the last game. NU, if they won one of their last 3 games, they could have entered also. So if you look at their last 3 games of NU, if they won any of these 3 against UP, UE, or FEU, they could have entered the Final Four outright. In UE side, they split their last 4 games. They won against Adamson and against NU. Then they were beaten by Ateneo and UST. So if they just won any of their last games, they would have been in the Final Four outright.
The strange thing is, of the 3 teams that were vying for 2 spots in the Final Four, FEU had the hardest route, but they're in.
They're the first one in.
The first one in at number 3. So we're left with 2 teams here, UE and NU, who really could have made it to the Final Four days ago, but they choose to do it the long way. As fate would have it, these 2 teams met during the opening weekend. And wherein NU really clobbered UE 94-74, and then they met again last week, UE winning over NU.
Yeah, UE wanted to settle a score. They wanted to beat NU that time. Interesting to notice, Paul Artadi played well in both games. He likes playing against NU. He likes playing against the smaller guards of NU. So we have to watch out for Paul Artadi also this game, and we'll see what he can do today to bring his team to the Final Four.
Paul Artadi has played splendidly, period.
Yes, exactly.
All season long. Unlike, of course, his teammate, James Uaap, whenever he plays well, but sometimes he's there, sometimes he's not. In fact, he's suffering from stomach problems lately, and he has played in only 11 games. He has missed the last 2 games. Big factor why UE will have to go the long way to get to the Final Four.
Definitely. They missed the 13 points of James Uaap and the 31% free shooting from him, and 6 rebounds. That's a lot for a team like UE who doesn't have a legitimate center. So they really need James Uaap for this game to be able to enter and play De La Salle in the Final Four.
Now, of course, going to the other side, I have said many times over, I really love the backcourt of NU, but they will have to rely on the sweet shooting of Jeff Napa.
Yeah, Jeff Napa also a very vital cog in the NU lineup. He's one of the 4 players that's been averaging in double figures, but the past 3 games, he hasn't been playing up to par. He's only been shooting, if you notice the difference, from 13 points, now he's down to 4 points. 42% shooting, 13%. 30% from the 3 points, now he's shooting 6.7%, so that's a really big dip. That's why, basically, NU has lost their last 3 games.
Okay, friends, we'll bring you the Warriors versus the Bulldogs for the last spot in the Final Four when we return.
Pare, ang baduy nito, lumang joke. Sino nag-text yan? Uy, Jasper, may globe ka na? Pare, I bought a Coke.
Sabi ka ba sa cellphone? Sagot ka ng Coca-Cola. Uminom lang ng Coke. Look under the crown and collect points plus a cellphone crown. At sa'yo na ang latest cellphone model. Globe handy phone pa.
Pare, we'll call you, ha?
Sure, call me. Jasper.
For the Final Four of your Season 64 UAAP.
Welcome back to Knockout Thursday here on Studio 23. We are coming to you live from the Big Dome. Nico Halili here with Dominic Uy. Dominic, of course, you are no stranger to pressure-packed UAAP action. How or what thoughts go through your mind if you're playing a knockout game such as this?
Well, these games are more of mental, Miko. No? You can't really prepare for them physically anymore because it's towards the end of the season and you can't get in shape in like 2 or 3 days. So this game is very mental. You have to approach it with so much confidence that you want to play, you want to come out strong, you want to beat the team right off the start.
Where's Jeff Napa? He's a veteran for the Bulldogs, but like all the Bulldogs, they're rookies in the sense that this is the closest they've gotten to making it to the Final Four. Even during the years that they had Daniel Defonso, Lordy Tugade, this is the closest they've been.
Even before with Chris Bolado, but
right.
This is the closest that they've come so far. So they really have to find it in themselves that they really want this game.
Meanwhile, for UE, one of the winningest teams in the UAAP, they're trying to get back to the Final Four for the first time in several years. So UE will get first crack at the basket. They will be starting off with JR Estrada, James Yap, Jason Alminario, Paul Artadi, and Ronald Tubit. Looks like Boise Samar, who is coming off that gold medal finish in the SEA Games, leaving no stones unturned with this starting five.
So a lot going for UE. They have their coach back, they have James Yap back, so looks like UE has really come prepared for today's game.
And without a doubt, this is their strongest five on the floor. For the Bulldogs, they are starting off with Alfie Grijaldo, Jefferson Napa, Ray Mendoza, Froilan Baguion, and Chico Manabat. Of course, the Bulldogs are coached by Manny Dandan. The Warriors are coached by Boise Samar. Artadi, certainly the most consistent performer on the UE side, missing from the right side. Rebound by Grijaldo. Again, at stake in this ball game is the last ticket, the last seat in the Final Four, and a chance to meet De La Salle on Sunday as Artadi posts for the layup. UE with the first points on the scoreboard. Here's more on UE from Gina Hoxon.
Aside from the rigid physical preparation, Coach Boise wants his Warriors to play with mental toughness. They call this a no tomorrow game, therefore they are expected to play like there's no tomorrow. They respect the Bulldogs, however, they do not fear them. Also, Coach Boise wants them to play with a clean slate and forget their past performances, whether good or bad. Miko, Dominic?
I like what Boise said, that you have to respect your opponents but do not fear them. There's an action that says when you're looking forward to a ball game, you should not be nervous. Instead of being nervous and fearful, you should be excited to play the game.
You should be excited, definitely. Maybe you can be nervous for the first minute, and then after that, you just have to find it in yourself to be able to focus. These guys, they know how to play the game. This is more mental. This is one thing that players really want to play. These are the games that you want to play in.
Ray Mendoza scoring from the other end to tie the score at 2. Here's Yap, left side, short. Yap, of course, coming off a 2-game absence. As you look at Jason Alminario and now Boise Samar. Nearly 2 minutes have elapsed here in quarter number 1, and Paul Artadi is the proud owner of all UE's points. Here's more on the Bulldogs from Cash Irani.
Thanks, Jude. Thanks, Miko. Coach Manny believes that it's now or never. He strongly believes that his boys are very intense, focused, and determined to win this ball game. As I can see in their eyes, these Bulldogs will bring it all. All they've talked and practiced is none other than better defense. As Coach Manny says, this will be our key to our victory. Back to you, Miko and Dominic.
Well, Jude is working later on with Professor Randy Sakdalan for the Final Four game between Ateneo and FEU.
So, Miko, I like also what Coach Manny Dandan said, that it's now or never. They have to realize that this is their chance, and they just have to get it. They have to get it from UE. It's not going to be handed to them by UE.
7:32 remaining in the first period. Warriors taking care of a 2-point lead. Here's JR Estrada, one of the league's top shot blockers. And Mendoza grabs the rebound for NU. Chico Manabat, playing in his last year for the Bulldogs, fires a long one offline. James Yap with the rebound. Once again, Artadi pushing the ball up. And terrific handoff to JR Estrada.
So Paul Artadi you know, he's playing very well. He's had 4 points and had 1 assist now, so he's been active in all 6 points of the UE Red Warriors.
I mean, really, in terms of stats, Artadi should be leading the Warriors statistical points-wise, but it's all-around play. In the meantime, Froilan Baguion invading the shaded lane and cutting down UA's lead to 2. And he's guarding Ronald Tubit. I mean, this is offensively a prolific 5 for Boise Zamar as Tubit attempt falls short. Now Baguion and Manabat conniving to set up the offense for NU. Here's Mendoza against Alminario. Mendoza goes to trigger. It won't go. And it looks like Grijaldo was caught holding on to Estrada. Meantime, here's that smart Z assist. There's the handoff. Artadi to J.R. Estrada. The power to live the life you choose. Smart Z, your cell phone now. There was no foul. Earlier was a tap out by the Bulldogs. Warriors still on top by 2. Ubid being guarded by Baguio. Could be a mismatch for UE. Here's Alminario. Back to Uaap. 3 on the shot clock. Uaap fires. Yes.
Showing no signs of being hospitalized the past 2 games.
Napa inside to Grijaldo, who lost his balance. Loose ball saved by Baguio. Shot clock reads 11. Now Baguion setting the table. 5 on the shot clock. 3 on the shot clock. Baguion to Grijaldo. Oh, what a patient play for NU.
If you notice, his teammates didn't really know if Chico Manabat knew how much time he had left, but obviously he knew and just dished off at the right time with 1 second to go and made the pass, and teammate made the shot.
Warriors still up by 2. Here's Estrada as Grijaldo falls to the floor. Alminari with a fadeaway. It bounces into the hands of Napa. Napa pushing the ball up. Trying to go to Mendoza. Mendoza is swallowed by the defense. Here's Artadi. Lost the handle. Oh, that
could have been a backing violation that time.
Could have been an over and back. It was a close call. It's exactly what the NU coaching staff is asking for. In the meantime, check out the smart Z block. There, Mendoza. Seeing double. 2 Warriors eating him up alive. The power to live the life you choose. Smart Z, your cell phone now. We'll be back.
Keep tabs on the game to beat all games together with Old Spice. No stick, roll-on, or spray can beat it.
Sa basketball, di na ako pasikot-sikot. Dinidiretso ko na. And I take it strong. That's why I took the High Endurance Challenge. Kasi diniretso nila ako. Subukan ko daw. And if I don't think it's the best, I call them. And I get my money back. No sweat. Even if you apply 3 times more roll-on, High Endurance will still keep you drier and fresher. So take it strong and take the High Endurance Challenge. Because nothing keeps you drier and fresher.
1 shot lang sila. Then we're going to we have to press the ball carrier.
We'd like to remind everyone about High Five. That is Studio 23's 5-party anniversary on October the 6th at Power Plant Plaza, Rockwell Center, Makati. 1 wicked night of rave, hip-hop, chill-out, world, and rock. Seems like your kind of event, Dom. Be there, everyone. High Five. Studio 23's 5-party anniversary.
So I'll be seeing you there, Miko.
Here's Estrada. Offline. And the ball will go out in favor of the Warriors. You get the feeling, partner, that these 2 teams, just like prized heavyweights, still trying to feel each other out.
Well, if you notice, both teams are they split their encounter, so they're not really too sure how they're gonna react to this type of a ball game. Though they scout their opponent, you're not too sure, because like NU, they've never played in a knockout game for the last slot. UE has, but that, like last year, they lost. So it's interesting to see how the boys will play today and if they will take the pressure or if they'll succumb to the pressure.
I remember that knockout game between UE and USD last year. I covered that game with Mark Molina, and that was absolutely an entertaining game to cover because at the time, Coach Ito Esguerra of UE really had a small ball. You know, it's called small ball. He had a small team on the floor against Arik Del Rosario's Tigers, and they almost pulled it off.
They were playing UE basketball.
Right.
Running up and down the
Running
court.
up and down the court. And forgetting the fact that, you know, basketball has 5 positions. Center forward, small forward. He had 5 guards on the floor. Now here's Estrada over to Artadi, who was part of that knockout game last year. Yep. Somehow losing his balance and then giving the ball to Ronald Tubid. That follow through by Tubid is really a marvel to watch.
He's one of the players who has a complete game. He can shoot, he can drive, he can play defense. So he's a very vital player for the UE Red Warriors, who I think will play well this game because he knows that his team needs this win.
Oh, great defensive move by Chico Manabat. A 3-on-2 fast break will end up in that short layup by De Castro. Tubig quickly to Artadi. Artadi steps on the brakes and then hits the pedal to the metal and then bangs into Baguio, and blocking foul on Baguio. Watch this. That's the great defensive play by Manabat, getting that smart Z swipe. The power to live the life you choose. Smart Z your cell phone now. I mean, what you have here are three of the best point guards in the UAAP. You're talking about Artadi, Manabat, and Baguio. And here's one of the best shooting guards, most athletic shooting guards, in Arnold Booker.
You know what's interesting to see? All 3 point guards are in the floor at the same time. NU has 2 point guards right now in their lineup. So it's interesting. I noticed this even last game that Coach Manny did, that he likes using 2 point guards on the floor at the same time.
And Artadi's Gentex free throw falls short. Boise Zaman, as we mentioned at the top of this game, fresh from that gold medal win in Kuala Lumpur.
He's got a smile on his face.
And a gold medal in his pocket too. He's had several of those. Used to be there as an assistant coach, and now as head coach wins a gold medal for the Philippines. And you very deliberate, very methodical in this half-court set. 8 on the shot clock. Mendoza goes to Baguio on the left side, being double-teamed. Goes to Manabat. 3 on the shot clock. Manabat, handoff. Mendoza, no! One more try, and he gets fouled. And as Mendoza troops to the strike off the foul by Booker, let's get this Gentex update on the UE side from China Hoxon.
Thank you very much. Outrun and out-rebound, that's the name of the game. Also, attack the Bulldogs from the inside. Coach Boise also assured his boys that when I yell at you, it doesn't mean that I'm mad at you. It's just that you might not hear my instructions. So do not fret. Back to you, Miko and Dominic.
Thank you, China. Mendoza on the line. By the way, Gentex is the official privilege card of the UAAP games.
Adrian Ronquillo for Paul Artadi.
Artadi steps out, and Adrian Ronquillo is in the game for the Warriors. Less than 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. UE up by 3. Here's Tubid, now against Napa. Tubid goes to Alminario at the post against De Castro. Alminario over to Ronquillo for the 3. That one's short. Grijaldo clears the rebound. Bulldogs on the run. Baguio looking at his teammates. Baguio finds De Castro. De Castro bobbled. But Baguio saves the loose ball. And that's an offensive foul on De Castro, using too much muscle and trying to gain the possession against Estrada.
Those are like 2 heavyweights jockeying for position in the painted area that time.
So the Bulldogs will sue for time with the Warriors on top by 3 here in the first quarter.
You're having a great time with non-stop hoop action thanks to Blaze from Petron. Set the road on fire.
Smart constantly innovates to improve the lives of our almost 5 million subscribers. Smart Money lets you enjoy life's simple pleasures without cash. Smart Aces connects you not just on land, but even at sea and in the air. So be a part of the smart world, simply the widest. Smart.
Simply amazing.
Making wonders for tomorrow's generation.
Okay, listen. Basket, we go 41.
Welcome back to the Big Dome. Again, we are inviting all students to join ABS-CBN's Teen Search for the cast of 2002. It will be the next image model and spokesperson for Props and Chalk Magazine. On the right is NBA Acting Commissioner Butch Antonio. On the left is NBA Business Development Officer Ramon Quaso. That is Ariel De Castro, who is playing in his last year for the Bulldogs. And so if you're Manny Tandana, if you're an ardent fan of NU, and you also have to think, I mean, this might be an opportunity. It may not come again. I mean, of course, they will lose Manabat and De Castro, so you still have Grijaldo, you still have Baguion, but I mean, you know, you would not want to waste this opportunity.
Exactly. That's what they really need. They have to see and they have to think it every day or today, the whole time, that, you know, this is our last chance. We may not come this close maybe in the next year or two. So, you know, they have to take this chance. They'll make history if they win today. And it's unbelievable achievement for them if they even just make it to the Final Four.
I mean, if you were in the Philippines, say in the late 80s, went to the States, and then stopped watching the UAAP and come back this year, I mean, you really get shocked off your pants, right?
Definitely.
Oh, Grijaldo there with a block on the high-flying Tubid, but there is body contact. I mean, imagine yourself, you know, you leave the Philippines in the late 80s knowing that, you know, NU is the traditional whipping boy as you watch this block by Grijaldo, but there is body contact. And then you come home, and then you ask someone, so, who are the contenders for the Final Four? And then someone says NU, and then you might, you know, dismiss that with a, you know, snide remark, and then realize that, oh, they are contenders this year.
If you looked at the team standings just before they lost their last 3 games, they were number 3.
Right.
So you wouldn't even think they'd had to go through this game.
You know, they were number 3, and then UE, FPU, they were significantly far behind.
They were, I think, 2 games up on FEU and UE that time.
Tubid takes a breather as the rookie Olan Omibi takes his place on the floor. Minute and 29 to go in quarter number 1. It has been a sluggish first quarter for both squads. By the way, Anthony Urbano is in the game for NU, and he was quickly fouled by Omipi. By the way, NU is already in the penalty. UE still 3 team fouls away. Wally Masbang also in the game for UE as the Warriors employ the press, which NU breaks. And De Castro cannot score on the layup. He was fouled by Booker.
NU only has 8 points so far, Migo, in the first quarter. But it's not really a type of game that NU would like. They like to score.
There's the second foul on Booker. And that will send De Castro to the line. So Ariel De Castro, this is his last chance to make it to the Final Four. I mean, think about it, friends. The last time NU, I mean, never mind the Final Four, but the last time NU won the UAAP championship was back in 1954.
So a long drought for NU.
That was your junior year in De La Salle College.
I think so.
Just kidding, of course. Here's Ronquillo, still having trouble with this sharp shooting. Loose ball in the hands of Omipi. And then there's a counter steal by Napa. A lot of pushing on that play. It looks like Omipi will be called for the foul.
UE lucky that time that the foul was called, because that would have been a 3-on-1 fast break for the Bulldogs.
I mean, really, the way these two teams have played this first quarter, considering that this is a knockout game, instead of having, you know, the nice Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier knockout match, what we have here is mud wrestling, a very sluggish action, like both teams trying to run on mud, trying to run on sand.
Well, maybe they're also they're not too keen on playing De La Salle in the Final Four.
You know, that's right. The winner of this game will be part of the Final Four, and their grand prize will be
play De La Salle and try to beat them twice.
Right, will be an encounter with the 3-time defending champions on Sunday.
But they have to consider that this game is their ticket to that. So they have to focus first on this game, think about this game first, and just try to win this game. Because if they think about De La Salle, any of these teams, they won't even make it to De La Salle if they don't win this game.
Here's J.R. Estrada, over to Masbang. Masbang was blocked by two Bulldogs. Masbang gets the zone miss. Booker with a fall away. So this will be a new shot clock for the Warriors. Coaching staff of UE begging for their boys to be patient. Use the clock. Here's Booker. Fires a three. It bounces out. And the long rebound goes to J.R. Estrada. There's a 1 second differential in the shot clock as Booker glides to the basket, scores off the glass. 4-point lead for the Warriors. Bulldogs trying to hurry up. Archon Cayabyab has the basketball, hasn't scored yet today. Cayabyab goes to Urbano. Long one, no. And that will end what has been a very slow and sluggish first quarter of play between two teams who are aching to be part of this year's Final Four. We'll be back with the second quarter after this short break.
Stay at the edge of your seats with ball-breaking basketball action thanks to Milo, the official energy drink of the UAAP.
Optimize your body's energy stores. Drink Milo every day, rich in nature's wholesome goodness, packed with protein, minerals, and energy-releasing B vitamins to make you go further.
Get wired. Check out the official UAAP website. That's uaap.pinoycentral.com, or you can get updates by texting 2333, sending UAAP poll to 2333. Here's our Pinoy Central question of the week. Who will be the MVP of this year's UAAP? Is it A, Villanueva of Ateneo, B, Alvarez of Ateneo? Alvarez, of course, was last year's MVP. Avenido of FEU, well deserving also. Rizal Castro of FEU. Renren Ritualo, I'm sure all Lasalians would want Renren to be the MVP. And then, of course, there's also Mike Cortez, also of the De La Salle Green Archers. Gilbert Neo just inserted into this ballgame as we start the second quarter of play.
Guys like Gilbert Neo, Jeff Napa, they really have to step it up this game if they really want to make it past the... This is actually also just the part of the season. It's not even the postseason yet.
Right.
So if they want to... Their top four, they have to come out strong today because UE is not going to give it to them also.
Again, welcome to the second quarter of this knockout game between UE and NU. Rolly Masbang. So UE now on top by 2, 15-13. Urbano may have been too fast for his own good. Here's Artadi. Looking for Omiping. They swing it over to James Yap. Yap against Neo. And Yap just shoots over the power forward. 5 points now for James Yap. That was a three-pointer.
Did you see the reaction of Coach Boise Zamar that time after James Yap hit that three-point shot? He had his fist clenched and he's really excited that his boy's back.
Really excited more than anything to have a complete lineup today.
For a game like this, you need a complete lineup. You need all of your bullets to be able to. I mean, even a team like NU, you just need everybody you can get.
And here are bullets to ponder on, courtesy of Cash Irani.
Or rotate, or just going down, bringing the ball. Another Coach Manny tackled was the defensive adjustment on the Warriors guard, simply from pressuring them in a higher level. We learned very much after losing to them, but this time must be a different story. Back to you, Miko and Dominic.
Okay, thanks, Cash. Here's Chico Manabat. Manabat moving to his right. Booker getting the loose ball. Over to Artadi with a bounce pass back to Booker, who just threw it up. And here's a counter steal by Uaap. This is the pace that UE loves to play in.
The UE is very dangerous when they're playing up and down the court like this. Very athletic. They're very excited to play the game. Guys like Paul Artadi, Booker, Tubid, and James Uaap, they like running up and down the floor. So it's very dangerous if NU plays their game.
You know, the way UE loves to play, it's as if they have ants on their socks. That's what it's, you know.
They just can't stay put.
Yes, it's really restless and high-energy basketball.
So talking about the tempo of the game, let's say if it's a game that it turns out to be a running game, so it's in favor of UE, and if it's a more deliberate, slow-paced game, that's in the favor of NU Bulldogs.
As a look at Manny Dandan, who has patiently built this program. And right now the Bulldogs are on the verge of making the Final Four for the first time. But they are down by 7 points. And here's Brian Tolentino, almost scores on the layup. He will go to the line for a pair of Gentex free throws.
So NU having chances to cut the lead down, but they're just not making their layup so far.
Here's Neo over to Tolentino. There was the foul, and then almost making the layup. Foul was on Uaap, his first. First team foul on the Warriors here in quarter number 2. Tolentino gets a split from the line. So that means UE is still on top by 6. Estrada with an elegant one-hand shot. 6 points now for Estrada. Now it's an 8-point lead for the Warriors. Manabat inside to De Castro. Fall away, yes.
Nice shot that time by Ariel De Castro.
De Castro really has a great control of his body whenever he's in the paint.
He's got good balance, Pico.
Uaap against Neo. Looks like Neo's assignment is to be a shadow. It could be James Uaap's shadow. Uaap missing that time. Rebound by Baguio. Over 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Manabat against Artadi, 2 of the league's top point guards. Neo turn around, it won't bounce in. Here's Artadi. Oh, quick pass to Olan Omniping for the fast break layup.
Just goes to show you, Mikos, we have the first quarter stats now. UE scored 6 points on the fast break. Unlike NU, they haven't scored on a fast break yet. So it goes to show you that the tempo of the game will decide who will win this game.
So far, UE is winning this ball game 24-16 as Estrada drives to the basket and he lost the ball. And here's an NU version of the fast break. Baguio trying to go the dipsy-do route. And a lot of hands flying in that sequence. Foul on Paul Artadi. Watch this. A lot of hands flying here. Oh, this was the fast break play earlier. Artadi finding Omniping for the easy layup. So far, UE controlling the pace of this ball game and leading this knockout contest 24-16. We'll be back after this timeout.
Witness ball-breaking basketball bouts with killer confidence, germ-killing close-up.
Smart constantly innovates to improve the lives of our almost 5 million subscribers. Smart Z turns your cell phone into almost anything you want it to be. Smart IDD keeps you in touch with your loved ones abroad.
Oh, Maggie!
So be a part of the smart world, simply the widest.
Smart. Simply amazing.
Making wonders for tomorrow's generation.
Welcome back, friends, to the Big Dome. We are coming to you live for Knockout Thursday. By the way, later on, Ateneo and FEU, yes, they will be meeting again in the Final Four. And once again, Ateneo will have the twice to beat advantage, which wasn't really an advantage last year.
Well, they have to forget about that and just concentrate on this year's game.
Well, don't forget that ABS-CBN is the home of the Stars and is home to props, apparel, and accessories for all ages from ABS-CBN Consumer Products. We are in the second quarter of this ball game. UE on top by 8. And Tolentino, as he was trying to drive to the basket, was fouled by J.R. Estrada. Second foul on Estrada. Fourth team foul on the Warriors. Good afternoon, everyone. Nico Harili here with Dominic Oy. Sheena Hoxon is manning the UE bench. Cash Irani is over at the NU Bulldogs side. Tolentino's following a bit too strong. And again, Warriors are on the run. Hubit is back on the floor, along with Estrada, Uaap, Omiping, and Artadi. Estrada against Neo. Over to Artadi. Left open, yes.
He's hot. Paul Artadi. So it's 6 points now by Paul Artadi.
And that's a turnover. The Bulldogs throwing the ball away. So with a 10-point lead, the Warriors are making Manny Dandan look worried. That's as worried as Manny Dandan will get. So 6:09 to go. Hubid. Yeah. You know, a lot of crisp passing from the UE side.
You know, that's what's nice about if you have a point guard like Paul Artadi. He'll score, he has 6 points now, but he's also dishing off. He's got 2 or 3 assists also. So he's a complete type of point guard who can control the tempo. He's a unbelievable point guard. He's a coach's dream kind of a point guard.
And you know, and with Artadi's court leadership, UE leads the league in assists.
They feed off his energy also. So that's one thing also that doesn't show on the stats.
And now the Warriors have opened up a big 12-point lead. Baguion inside to Napa. As we mentioned at the top of this game, it is crucial for Napa to deliver for the Bulldogs as the veteran.
They have to give him the ball. They have to find him in their offense to be able to give him some confidence and be able to score for them.
Estrada with a drive. Omiping baseline, no. And there's a loose ball foul on James Uaap. Here's more of the Warriors from Sheena Hoxon.
Thank you very much. NU's Castro is left-handed. This was a reminder from Coach Boise. Therefore, look at his individual tendency. At the recent huddle, man and area of responsibility were given main emphasis. Miko, Dominic?
Thank you, Sheena, for that reminder.
So you know that the coaching staff of the UE Red Warriors did their homework. They know the tendencies of the players of the NU Bulldogs.
Roylan Baguion is on the line, with Manabat playing in his last year. If you would allow us to look forward to next year and look at Arnold Booker on the UE bench. And here's Rolly Maspang, also of UE. With Manabat playing in his last year, Baguion will be the prime point guard for the Bulldogs.
A lot of responsibility for next year for Roylan Baguion, but he's getting the experience right now, so he's also another guy that you'd want to watch out for next year.
Tolentino cannot get the steal. Oh, it's an 8-second violation on UE. It's a great hustle there by Tolentino.
So the game picking up now, showing much more intensity are the Bulldogs. This will be very good for them. If they're able to sustain this the whole game, they have a good chance of winning the game.
I've always admired the guard rotation of Manny Dandan. You have, of course, Baguion, Manabat, and then you have Tolentino and Urbano coming off the bench, really showing a lot of positive energy, a lot of hustle on the court.
That also goes to show you how Coach Manny Dandan coaches and handles his players. The way the players react and the way they play when they're on the court. That's a reflection also of the coaching style of Coach Manny Dandan.
In the meantime, Olan Umibig was tagged with his third personal. And Boise, looks like he will field in Paulo Hubalde.
Coach Boise Zamar rotating his players very well. If you notice, not too many UE players playing longer than 5 minutes on the court.
So Maguire is on the line. By the way, Hubalde and Booker are back on the floor for UE. Booker replaced Tubid, Hubalde replaced Omiping. As Maguire makes the first Gentex free throw. Boise Zamar, of course, when he was still playing, there was no such thing as a Final Four. But he did make it to the UAAP Finals as a UE Red Warrior.
Giving back the pride now to the school. He makes it to the Final Four and the chance to meet the #1 seed, which is De La Salle.
Manaban was called for a foul in the backcourt. Second foul on Manaban. Just the second team foul of NU with 4:36 to go in the second period. Full court press by NU. They also, you know what, they have a decent full court press. It can really create havoc for teams that may not have excellent ball handlers. In the meantime, UE will call this timeout. We'll be back at the Big Dome after this short break.
You're enjoying this side of basketball action with the new Nokia 8250. Walk on the blue side.
Down, maliwanag. Go. Tony.
We are coming to you live from the Big Dome. NU and UE facing off for the last spot in the Final Four. They had a chance to meet De La Salle on Sunday. Of course, the winner of this ball game will be the number four team. That means they will have to beat De La Salle twice, whoever it is, whether it's going to be NU or UE.
Rolly Masbang caught napping that time on defense.
So Masbang taking an afternoon siesta at the wrong time.
He probably thought he was still in that timeout.
By the way, Brian Tolentino called for his second personal. J.R. Estrada is back in the game, replacing Rolly Masbang. Maybe they can give Masbang a cup of coffee, wake him up. 4:20 to go in the second period. Later on, Ateneo will meet FEU in the first Final Four matchup. Ateneo, of course, is the #2 team. FEU #3. Same as last year. Tolentino, his pass intended for Jeff Napa, a bit too strong. Napa could not handle the leather. So the ball will go back to UE. Less than 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Paulo Hubalde to Artadi. Artadi, the that patented UE weave, and it gives Booker the open room to score on the jumper. Seven-point deficit faced by NU. Baguion. Napa fakes. Fires. A bit forced, but still goes in.
He'll take that anytime, even if it's a 4 shot, as long as it goes in. For a guy not shooting very well, he has to have the confidence still to put it up and to be able to win this game.
5 points for Napa. Here's Ubalde zigzagging through. Oh, passing to the wrong man. Tolentino. Quick into Baguion. Baguion has Estrada in his face. Handoff to Urbano. Broken up by Ubalde. Ball will stay with NU. Oh, Ronnie Cahayon is in the game for NU, replacing Tolentino. See, these are the shock troopers, the role players of Manny Dandan. Tolentino, Urbano, Cahayon. I mean, they will go there and they will play quality minutes.
Give you quality minutes.
Right, as much as they can.
These are the guys that are, if you notice, they're not the ones that are highlighted usually during the game. But these guys are the ones that make you win games. The little things that they do.
Of course, when I was still in school, I used to play quality seconds for my coach.
At least you gave him quality seconds.
Oh, Estrada, that's traveling. That's a clear call. Estrada, of course, did not bother to put the ball down and took about 10 steps. So that's traveling.
Eager that time to dunk the ball and show some energy to his teammates.
2:42 remaining in the first half. Baguion being very patient, trying to elude Ubalde. Here's Neo, again high off the glass, and Booker gets the rebound. 4-point lead for the Warriors. And Artadi throws the ball away. Stolen by Napa. Napa over to Baguion. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Oh, Baguion found daylight.
Nice move that time by Baguion. He's single-handedly trying to bring back the Bulldogs in this game.
Just a 2-point lead for the Warriors. Tubid misses. Artadi with a rebound. Oh, no putback. Bulldogs get the ball.
You know what I like about NU now is they're playing much better defense. They're anticipating the passing lanes. That's why they're having more opportunities to score on fast breaks.
You know, with these two teams trying to grab onto each other, trying to bully each other, you sense that one team wants to break away. One team wants to dictate the tempo. And of course, that time, Froilan Baguion with a burst of speed makes a high-endurance sure shot, brought to you by the high-endurance Old Spice.
Miko, basketball is a game of spurts. So if you get into that spurt or you get into that groove, what happens is you want that other team to be able to lose hope or mawalan sila ng gana. So that's why both teams want to get into that one big spurt. That will just keep the other team at bay.
Right now, NU is riding on a 13-3 run. And Napa makes it 14-3. So they cut the lead down to just one. Napa there with a split on the Gentex free throw line.
And look at the NU bench now. Everybody's standing up, getting into the thick of the game.
So here's that NU press. Uaap crossing the line. Double team. He needs help. Finds Ubalde. Ubalde being bothered by Urbano. Oh, great anticipation. A really great job of blocking the passing lanes, but UE with a counter steal. And that's an assist from Estrada to Tubid. Tubid falls down. No foul call. Here's Cahayon. Action continues. Kayab fires. No. Tubid is down. Tubid is down on the other end.
He looks hurt, Nico. Looks like he's holding on to his knee.
A minute and 1 to go. The Warriors are up by 3. Here's what happened. Cahayon and Tubid. Tubid falls. And at this point, he was already
hurt.
Pain.
Yeah.
Now, even as we speak, Tubid is still on the floor. Watch this. Tubid will make the layup of that great assist by Estrada. And then of the inbound, he would collide with Cahayon. Not much of a collision, really.
Looks like it probably hit what they call natuhod. They call both of their knees probably hit
the knee.
Yeah.
So we'll probably get an injury update as soon as we can from China Hawkson regarding Ronald Tubit. In the meantime, 1:01 to go in the second quarter.
Hopefully nothing serious for Ronald Tubit.
So it looks like Olan Umiping will replace Tubit on the floor for UE. And while Tubit was on the floor, I believe Uaap fouled Cayabyab. That's why Cayabyab is on the line. So Uaap now with 3 fouls. Cayabyab missing first free throw. And makes the second.
They go to their press again, Miko. So let's see if they're able to rattle the UE guards. Sure, and you'd love to end the first half with a lead after being behind for majority of the first 2 quarters. That's a confidence booster, Miko, for the NU Bulldogs, so that they can believe in themselves and know that they can win this game.
Anthony Urbano called for his first personal. That will be team foul number 4 on NU. Okay, China, what is wrong with Ronald Tubit?
Yes, nothing serious here, but something painful. One of the unidentified NU players apparently accidentally kicked his shin. He just needs to relax it a bit, but he will definitely be back on the game. Back to you, Miko, Dominic.
Ronald Tubit's gonna shake that off.
For sure. For sure. We've seen it. We've seen him do it so many times before.
Those are thoroughbreds that Boise has there. Tubit's not gonna...
Especially with a game like this.
Right, he's not gonna sit out this game just because someone kicked his shin accidentally. 48 seconds to go. Boise with his timeout. Let's listen in.
JR. Okay. Sino isa pa? Dito ka na, Olan. Ngayon, pag 120, James, ikaw na rito. Okay. JR, dito ka. Olan, dito ka. So, yung bababa rito, si Booker, tsaka Paul. Ngayon, pagbaba, palit lang kayo kagad. Ngayon, erase ko. Right away. Right away. Ngayon, pagbaba, Paul, nandito ka na. Booker, Olan. Pag nandito yung bola sa side, funnel natin to one side. Tapos lahat sa. Okay. Ngayon, lahat. Guys, kunin natin to, ha? Come on, come on. 1, 2, 3. Yuli, guys, funnel to one side, ha? Hey, ready to hit.
So Coach Boise Zamar that time, he wants to be able to get back. He wants to get the ball back. Yeah, wait. Yeah, sorry about that, Nico. He's calling it's what's called a funnel. So they wanna put the NU offense to one side to be able to steal the ball and be able to get another 2 points off their press.
James Uaap now with 6 points. James Uaap out of Escalante Negros. Gets a split. And Bulldogs get the rebound. Bulldogs down by 3. Time down to 40 seconds in the first half. It's Urbano setting up the offense over to Manabat. Uaap fires. And Uaap grabs that rebound with one hand. 23 seconds to go in the opening half. Artadi over to Booker on the right side. Booker over to Estrada. On top of the key. Backdoor play for Umiping, who blows the layup. And now the Bulldogs are on the run. Here's Urbano going all the way. Intimidated by the defense of Estrada, but they will call a foul.
So the shock troopers of Coach Manny Dandan really giving him more extended quality minutes, actually, Nico. So they're playing really well, and that's what you like from your bench, especially in games like this, where you wanna save your starters for the end game.
So that was the 3rd foul of J.R. Estrada. UE already in the penalty. The foul will send Urbano to the line. Well, as you look at Tubit, who should be back in the second half. As China reported, someone accidentally kicked his shin, but he should be back in the second half. As Urbano makes both Gentex free throws.
Just a 1-point lead now, Nico, for the
Warriors.
Warriors.
Here's Artadi. They left him wide open. And they pay for it. The Bulldogs pay for it. So after leading by as many as 12 points, the Warriors hold on to a 4-point advantage at the end of 2 quarters. At stake in this ball game is the last seed in the Final Four. We'll be back with our halftime features after this short break.
You're having a ball on season 64 with Gentex by Globe Handyphone, the official privilege card of the UAAP.
Only from Globe Handyphone Prepaid Plus. You can win one of 3 Opel Astra wagons when you buy a Nokia 5110i.
Nag-aalala na ako. Sobrang delayed na eh. Grabe na to.
Awat na. Sa nauna, mabilis at garantisado ka na.
Only from Globe Handyphone Prepaid Plus. You can win one of 3 Opel Astra wagons when you buy a Nokia 5110i.
Yes, good afternoon. UE with 37 points and NU with 33 points. A break from this exciting match, I bring you the UE Pep Squad. And this is brought to us by the Nestle Nonstop, the ice cream with no limits. And don't you forget that this Saturday, the most awaited cheer dance competition, also brought to us by Nestle, is upcoming here at the Araneta Coliseum, 2 p.m. Join us and enjoy the fun.
ihanda ang pamilya. Sa pinakamalaking Nescafe Classic Hakot Pamasko, over 8 million in cash and groceries to be won. 4 ang magiging milyonaryo from Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao at GMA. Pila ba ng mga naipon na Nescafe Classic labels at ihulog sa drop box? Maaari kayong humakot ng Nestle products worth 20,000 linggo-linggo. At sasarap ang gising nyo sa Pasko pag kayo'y naging milyonaryo. Kaya, sali na!
Sorry.
Ang tunay na lakas, wala sa labas. Nasa loob. Sa tunay na lakas, lamang ka.
Sorry.
Ito ang tama! Non-stop cheers for the 64th season of the UAAP. Catch more cheers at this year's Nestle Non-Stop Cheer Dancing Competition, powered by Nestle Non-Stop, the ice cream with no limits.
Welcome back to this knockout game between the National University Bulldogs and the University of the East Red Warriors. After leading by as many as 12 points, Warriors holding on to a 4-point lead, 37-33 over NU. At stake in this ball game is the last seed in the Final Four.
Yeah, UE played very well in the first quarter, and NU came back in the second quarter. I want to show you some highlights here of how UE played and how NU played. If we see here Paul Artadi with a terrific assist to JR Estrada, just showing how UE wants to play this game, running game, and dishing off to the open man. And now we see Paul Artadi again to Olan Umiping this time to finish the fast break, the UE kind of basketball. And now we see Ariel De Castro showing that he wants to end his playing years at the NU Bulldogs with a bang. And now we'll see Jeff Napa, the missing link for the NU Bulldogs, scoring this time on a layup of Froilan Bagyon. So this is what NU has to do. They have to be able to come out and play well. Jeff Napa, Archen Kayabab, these guys, they have to come out and play well for NU to win. And UE, on the other hand, they have to be able to control the tempo of the game because they're the run-and-gun type of team that they are. They need to control the boards and keep on running.
And the Bulldogs used a 14-3 run late in the second quarter to stay in this ball game. Now here's more on the Bulldogs from Cash Irani.
You played good, but you have to play better. Playing here in a crucial game, you have to double efforts and everything. Like on offense, we must apply our read offense. Attack on every open area and offensive rebounding. While our defense, we must be aggressive and stop the Red Warriors' offensive options. Coach Manny believes with the composure of the Bulldogs in the first half, he believes that they can grab this ball game. Let's turn over to China of the US side.
Thank you very much, Cash. Well, Coach Boise said that history would tell us that same venue, same team, it was them who gave us a loss at the first phase. Therefore, we must learn from our mistakes and act positively on it as soon as possible because, as what he said in the pre-game meeting, that this is already a no tomorrow game. Also, he wants the boys to hopefully attack and beat the Bulldogs through breaking their press. And lastly, they must attack them in the middle and not on the side. Nico, Dominic.
Okay, thanks China and Cash for those updates. Now we are bringing you numbers at the half, numbers which should explain what happened in the first 2 quarters of play.
Yeah, we picked some halftime stats here. NU having 7 assists and UE having 10 assists. This goes to show you that UE is moving the ball well. That's why they have a 4-point lead. Look at the steals. 5 steals for UE. Type of game that they want. They want to keep pressuring the guys and getting turnovers and steals from that. Looking at the turnovers, NU with 12 turnovers. If you want to play a team like UE, you have to lessen your turnovers because that's what they want. They're forcing you into. And look at the turnover points by UE. Out of the 12 turnovers that NU has, UE has converted 16 points off that. So that means that UE is really playing their kind of a ball game. That's why they're up, as I said, at the half.
You know, as I was preparing for this ball game, I was surprised, considering that UE loves playing open court basketball. that they love playing at a speed of light. You know, they're one of the best teams in terms of limiting their turnovers. So they're tops in the league in assists, and they're one of the best teams in terms of limiting their turnovers. And I was very surprised by that.
Surprisingly, if they're the type of team that likes to run, you'd think that they have a lot of turnovers too.
Right.
So that means Coach Boise Zamar has been doing a good job of showing them how to take care of the ball, you know, how to take good shots, not hurried shots. So they're able to force turnovers of their opponents, and they're taking care of the ball on the other side.
Boise Zamar hoping to lead, instruct, and motivate this UE Red Warrior team all the way to the Final Four. All they have to do is win this ball game, and they're in. Same goes for NU. Royland Baguion and the Bulldogs hoping to reach
the
Final Four for the first time. And I mean, really, if you look at the bigger picture, it's not just the Final Four that we're talking about. We're talking about being contenders for the championship itself.
Exactly. Though it's a tough task to be able to beat LaSalle twice, but it's still a chance for them, for NU or UE. So I'll take that chance anytime.
So we are about to start the third quarter of play in this knockout match. I'd also like to remind you, Mikasa is the official basketball of the UAAP. And to start the third quarter, Baguion gets a steal for the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs start the second half with Napa, Neo, Grijaldo, Manabat, and Baguion. Looks like James Yap was called for a foul, and that's number 4 on Yap. And we're only seconds into the third quarter.
So that's concern for Coach Boise Zamar, James Yap, with this 4th personal foul.
I think they're going to clarify how many fouls Yap has, and the records will show that he has 4. Warriors start the second half with Artadi, Estrada, Alminario, Tubid, and Yap. Estrada. Oh, he really has that shot in his arsenal.
I've seen him hit that shot a lot of times this year, and he's developed that shot, and that's why he's hard to defend. You have to go out on him when he's on the 3-point line. And since he's quick, he can also take you off the dribble.
Grijaldo, high looper, yes. Warriors still up by 5, 40-35. The early goings of the third quarter. Nico Halili here with Dominic Uy, Sheena Hoxon, and Cash Kirani. Estrada. Over to Tubid on the right side. High flying shot. It's short. Yap with the offensive rebound and the putback. 8 points for Yap.
Don't look now, Miko, but UE's up now by 11 points. So they're on a 7-0 run.
Neo missing the layup. And Artadi slows things down for the Warriors, who are up by 8 points. Here's Artadi on the right side, and the whistle is blown. Pushing foul there by Grijaldo. Sorry, that's on Manabat. Number 3 on Manabat. And this was a high endurance sure shot by James Yap. Rebound and the sure putback. Brought to you by the high endurance Old Spice. Nearly 2 minutes have gone by here in the second half. We remind you later on, the Final Four begins as Ateneo, the number 2 team, takes on FEU, the number 3 team. Ateneo, of course, with a twice-to-beat advantage. Here's Artadi for the 3. It bounces out. Estrada flying high for the rebound, and he won't score the putback. Alminario off the glass.
You know, UE now crashing the boards. If you see everybody just trying to get the offensive rebound, you see that they really know the importance of this game.
Napa for 3. And the long rebound will be chased down by Tolentino, who was unfortunately stepping on the sideline. So UE starting the second half on a bright note, leading by 9, 44-35. We'll be back after this timeout.
Okay. So maybe I have a problem. I don't know. Sometimes I just can't say no, you know? But I'm ready. I'm ready to clean up my act.
Clean up with fiber-rich Nesvita. Sweeps away harmful buildup inside the body.
I'm so hooked on this stuff.
Get hooked on fiber. Get into the Nesvita habit.
Have some fiber, man.
Hook, bigyan ka ng spin ni Ronald. Punta ka sa middle. Okay, Ronald, dito ka. Paul,
Welcome
dito.
back to the big
okay,
dome.
Ngayon, JR, nothing happened. Eto si Booker, bato mo doon. Eto si Quick.
Where
Huwag mo ibabato rito.
JR Estrada and the Red
Kung walang
Warriors
mangyari,
showing high endurance. Jason Alminario with that sure shot, brought to you by the High Endurance Old Spice. You know, UE, they do not have rebounding demons in the likes of Rich Alvarez or an Abby Santos of UP, but when they rebound as a team,
They're a gang rebounding team.
Yes, they're the gang rebounding gang.
But even NU, they don't really have a legitimate center. That's why these teams really cancel out each other when it comes to the big men.
Seven and 29 to go in the third. And the Warriors taking care of a 9-point lead, 44-35. Warriors do not take care of the basketball. Steal by NU. Here's Baguio, looking for an opening. Now guarded by Estrada. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Napa. They swing it over to Tolentino. That's way short. Estrada. This pass stolen by Tolentino in the backcourt. Baguio.
Nice pass.
So Grijaldo, and all Grijaldo had to do was fake, wait for the Warrior to just fly by and score an easy layup, and there's even a foul on Estrada, and that's number 4 on Estrada.
So 2 guys now, James Yap and JR Estrada with 4 fouls. But beautiful pass that time by Froilan Baguio. He's so deceiving. He looks like he's not looking at the guy. Then he just whip a pass and it's there already.
6:51 remaining in the third quarter. And here's Alfie Grijaldo, a member of last year's mythical team. And it looks like Tubid will be called for the foul. As we promised, Tubid would be back. But he is back and he commits his second personal. Third team foul on the Warriors. Here's the steal earlier. A smart Z steal by Brian Tolentino. The power to live the life you choose. Smart Z, your cell phone now. Archon Cayabyab, he's been quiet today. Baguio, guarded by Artadi. Now to Neo. Neo finds Napa. Napa goes baseline. Handoff. Grijaldo.
So twice now, NU being very patient on their offense and getting an easy assist and an easy shot after a good pass by their point guard, by their guards.
9 points now for Grijaldo. How will the Warriors respond? Here's Booker against Cayabyab. 2 very athletic players. Oh, Napa with a steal. Napa bounce pass is kicked away by Artadi. Ball will stay with NU.
We see Paul Artadi getting upset with his teammates, telling them to slow it down and keep composed. He knows how important this game is.
So sideline inbounds for the Bulldogs. Baguio to Napa. Inside to Grijaldo. Here's Baguio invading the shaded lane. Kick out to Gilbert Neo. Short. Napa rebound. No putback. Napa gets the loose ball, but he travels. He was caught in a very tight situation.
He was able to get that rebound, but he was very deep, even under the backboard. So it was very hard for him to be able to get a shot from that angle.
Still, the Bulldogs are down by just 5, with 5:50 to go in the third. Artadi surveying the landscape. Here's Alminario. Turnaround. No. Alminario gets his own miss. and almost got the putback. He will go to the line.
So Paul Artadi that time putting back some order in the UE offense, being able to find Jason Alminario.
The foul was on Gilbert Neo, his first, and the second team foul of NU as Alminario makes his first Gentex free throw. Moisey Zamar, his first year as head coach of UE. So Alminario goes 2 for 2. He has 4 points and 5 rebounds in the game. Now a 7-point lead for UE, and Booker gets the steal. Nice full court press that time by UE. Two-bid, hangs in the air, and gives it to the wrong man. Baguion being chased by Artadi, but Baguion is too fast.
Foot race that time by the two speedsters of both teams.
Once again, NU closing in, down by just 5. Here's Tubit, now on the left side, inside to Masbang, and the handoff goes nowhere. NU now will get the basketball. Here's more on NU from Cash Irani.
Coach Manny's not worried, but he doesn't stop reminding his boys to take their intensity in a higher level. He also added that UE is playing a different strategy, so you must take advantage of it. He told his guards to be patient on their shooting range. If it doesn't go in, it will later, as soon as you play more intense and focused. He also added his boys to communicate inside on both offensive and defensive strategies. Back to you, Vico and Dominic.
Thank you, Cash, for that update. A foul is called on Alminario, his first. That will be team foul number 4 on UE, 1 away from the penalty. And as Masbang sits down, Philip Butel checks in. Check out the Smart Z steal completed by Booker. The power to live the life you choose. Smart Z, your cell phone now. Neo, with 15 on the shot clock, goes to the basket, can't get the roll. Napa gets the putback. It gently goes in. Napa now with 8 points. And don't look now, the Bulldogs are down by just 3.
So the NU Bulldogs now are the ones crashing the boards. And paying off that time, they were able to get 2 points, and now they're only down by 3.
Booker can't take a shot. Alminario inside. Back to a 5-point lead for UE. Napa stepping on the gas, going all the way. Oh, traveling on omitting. He was ready to pass, but the ball did not leave his hand.
He's about to pass, but then he saw Paul Artadi not looking. So wasted opportunity that time.
That was a case of either Artadi not looking or omitting, putting too much pro grip on his finger. Here's De Castro using his muscle, and the ball just softly goes in the basket.
For a guy very big, he's got a soft touch.
Yep. So NU down by 3. Here's Booker with a drive. And a foul is called downstairs. First foul on Napa. Third team foul on the Bulldogs. Here's Booker on the baseline drive. There's the foul by Napa. Foul was called downstairs. Sideline inbounds for UE. Alminario against Grijaldo. And a knee foul here on Grijaldo. That's number 2. So the Bulldogs are 1 away from the penalty as Alminario sits down and Charles Tan joins the fray for UE.
So Coach Boise Zamar trying to dig deep into his bench this time with Charles Tan and Philip Butel, because James Uaap and JR Estrada have 4 fouls.
Here's Artadi. That play resulted to the steal and a layup for Archen Cayabyab. It's about time for Cayabyab to score a field goal today.
If you saw him, he was looking. He really knew that 3 UE Red Warriors were running after him, so he kept his composure and was able to make the layup.
UE up by just 1. Artadi as an attempt is short, and now the Bulldogs can grab the lead for the very first time, and Grijaldo scores the layup. For the first time today, NU takes the driver's seat, 49-48.
The Bulldogs are alive.
2:51 to go in the third. What a comeback by the Bulldogs in the second half. They were down by as many as 12 points. Booker. The Warriors need to score. Booker loses the ball. Here's Baguion. And NU fast break in the making. Alley-oop. Yes!
You know, Miko, what NU is doing is just they're playing tough defense and being able to score on transition after that.
Paulo Ubalde. The Warriors need to settle down. They go to Butel. Back to Ubalde. Ubalde, high looper, yes! A timely basket for Paulo Ubalde.
UE has only scored 6 points in the last 5 minutes, Miko.
Kayabia, sidestep, bangs into Tan. It won't go in. The NU crowd
getting into this game.
Yes, they were waiting for the ball to decide to go in, but I mean, watch this. Crossover dribble by Kayabia. He bangs into Tan. The foul is on Tan, and watch that basketball. Very fickle-minded. Will I go in? No, it will go out. So we'll have this timeout first, but NU has the lead for the first time today. We'll be back.
Only from Globe Handy Phones Prepaid Plus. You can win one of 3 Opel Astra wagons when you buy a Nokia 5110i.
Well, consommé.
It's Pringles Onion Consommé.
Only from Globe Handy Phones Prepaid Plus. You can win one of 3 Opel Astra wagons when you buy a Nokia 5110i.
While you guys were enjoying our commercials, I've been waiting all year long for the NU crowd to sing your favorite song,
Who Let the Dogs Out?
Okay. Now, the smiles are out from Archie Tengson and Vanessa Febre. Okay, Archie's from UST, Vanessa is from UE. They own this ball game's Killer Confidence Smiles, brought to you by Close Up. And the Dogs have come out really here in the third, surprising UE with this big run. And Kayabyab, of course, a big part of that run. He is on the line, supposedly for 2 free throws. Now, what's happening?
So, violation that time, 5-second violation by
Kayabyab taking too much time.
Too much time.
So he will have one more free throw. 1 free throw remaining, which he made. So it's a 2-point game. NU on top by a basket. 52-50. 2:01 to go in the third.
We see much more intensity, especially on the defensive end for the NU Bulldogs. That's why they're up now by 2 points.
And really, pressure is on Paulo Ubalde to try and settle down the troops for UE, especially with Artadi on the bench.
Actually, everybody except Ronald Tubid is second stringer for the UE now on the floor.
You're absolutely correct, with the rookie Omiping, Charles Tan, and Philip Butel. Okay, let's get more on the Warriors from Sheena Hawkson.
Yes, a lot of emotions at the recent huddle. Aside from frustration because NU has now taken the lead, both Uaap and Estrada are sulking over their useless fouls. So like how Coach Boise said, the purpose is to delay, and after every basket, we press. Miko, Dominic, back to you.
Okay, thanks, Sheena. Good you pointed that out. There are 2 Warriors who are in foul trouble, Uaap and Estrada, both with 4 personal fouls. In the meantime, Froilan Baguion is on the floor. Very hard foul given up by Paulo Ubalde. Watch this. So Baguion gets the steal, and there's the foul. Very tough foul there by Ubalde as Baguion hits the floor. It's a flagrant one on Paolo Ubalde.
That's a really hard foul that time. But again, you have to credit the NU defense for that opportunity of a fast break. So it just goes to show you, if you play good defense, you'll have easy shots.
You know, the NU's pressure defense has allowed them to
climb
back in this ball game. So Paolo Ubalde assessed with a flagrant one foul. So that will mean free throws for Froilan Baguion plus ball possession.
Plus ball possession.
.146 remaining here in the third. NU on top by 2. Bulldogs were down by as many as 12 points back in the first half.
We can hear the NU Bulldogs crowd right behind us, cheering their team on.
Froilan Baguion, of course. If you look at Manny Dandan, Baguion, a member of the All Miko Halili undersized team.
But he's effective, Miko. So, you know, you can't complain.
I mean, you want to play for my team, you cannot stand above 6'3". So, sorry, Dom. I mean,
I'm 6'3", Miko.
You barely made it. Here's Baguion looking for De Castro. De Castro getting excellent position under the basket.
This goes to show you how well NU is executing, even in the under half court offense. That time, you know, Froilan Baguion just leading the attack of the NU Bulldogs.
Watch this excellent assist, and De Castro in excellent position to score. Brought to you by Smart Z. The power to live the life you choose. Smart Z, your cell phone now.
Plays like that, that's when you miss the guys like James Uaap, Jason Alminario, and J.R. Estrada.
In the meantime, a loose ball foul called on Ariel De Castro. Or sorry, Baguion. Baguion, that's number 2 on Baguion. And Manabat replaces Baguion on the floor. As you look at Boise Zamar, Olan Omiping was fouled and the rookie misses his first free throw. So the Warriors now find themselves down by 6. Make that 5. 51-56. A minute and 31 to go in the third. Bulldogs really putting their stamp here in the third quarter. Grijaldo, nice fake, but the attempt is short. Ubalde. They want to make up for that flagrant one foul he committed earlier. Second foul on Urbano. And now both teams are in the penalty. Urbano sits down and Brian Tolentino checks in the game. James Uaap, he is saddled with 4 personal fouls. Same goes for J.R. Estrada.
That's hard for Coach Boise Zamar now. Will you take the chance to put in James Uaap this late part of the third quarter, risking that he might get his 5th and final foul? Or do you put him in later on in the 4th quarter?
And also Boise not putting in Paul Artadi.
Also, so showing he has so much confidence in his other point guard, Paolo Ubalde.
Right. And there's Ubalde with the steal, and Tolentino gives up the loose ball foul. So 3 fouls on Tolentino. And Tolentino's foul will send Ubalde to the Gentex free throw line. Meeting will sit down. Ronald Tubid is back for UE. Tubid joins Ronquillo, Ubalde, Tan, and Buto. And mean, this is not a UE lineup we're used to seeing, especially in a crucial stretch of a ball game.
But since they have two guys have 4 fouls and Paul Artadi resting now, these are the guys that you just want them to keep the game close. You don't really need them to be able to, you know, get a lead. It would be a bonus for them to get a lead, but you just don't want the game to get out of hand.
By the way, Manabat is also back for NU. Oh, Manabat blocked there by Buto. But Grijaldo gets a loose ball. Grijaldo gets blocked. Here's Tolentino driving through, almost gets the layup. There's a foul.
You know, I don't know many times, Miko, Ronald Tubid has fell to the floor in the past 2 minutes of the game. Look at him falling down again that time.
So 2 Smart Z blocks in that sequence. Aside from Tubid falling on the floor, brought to you by Smart Z. Power to live the life you choose. Smart Z, your cell phone now. And Artadi is back in the game. Artadi has yet to score here in the second half. So steady hands for the Bulldogs on the line. Tolentino so far, 2 points today. Make that 3. It's back to a 5-point lead for NU. Actually, this is their biggest lead of the game. 58-53. 34 seconds to go into third. Ronquillo over to Artadi, who is being shadowed by Manaba. 9 on the shot clock. Here's Tubid. Tubid lost the ball. Saved by Ronquillo. Ronquillo fires from the baseline. It goes in.
NU now has the chance to take the last attempt for the quarter.
Only 9 seconds to go. 8 seconds to go. It's with Manabat. There's a whistle underneath. Buto will be called for a foul. That's number 3 on Butel.
Penalty situation. 2 shots for Ariel De Castro.
De Castro so far 10 points and 1 rebound today. I mean, with a wide body of Ariel De Castro, as you look at that's PR Arcangel on the left, Danny Francisco on the right. Oh, lane violation. Lane violation. The score is 59-55. 4-point lead for the Bulldogs. Only 6 seconds remaining in the third. Manny Dandan has never been this close to making it to the Final Four. All they need to do is win today. Same goes for UE. 4 seconds to go in the third. Artadi with a great crossover dribble all the way for the layup. And that's how the Warriors will end the third quarter of play. But they are down by 2. The Bulldogs with a great run in the third quarter to grab the lead. We'll be back with the fourth and final quarter of this knockout game in just a while. The frequent watcher promo, by the way, is open to all students of UAAP schools. Text in your name, school ID, number, landline number, and cell phone number, and get a chance to win 10,000 pesos worth of gift certificates from Merrill and Jansport M100 Palm Pilot units and portable CD players from Sony. Log on to uaap.pinoycentral.com for more details. Stop texting, Dom. You cannot qualify as a participant.
I was trying to join.
Also, we hope you continue enjoying the UAAP games here on Studio 23, and to all our fans worldwide on ABS-CBN's The Filipino channel. Also log on to uaap.pinoycentral.com for more on the 64th season of the UAAP. As for these two squads on the floor, there is no more tomorrow. The winner of this ball game will go on to join the Final Four and will meet Lasal on Sunday as the number 40. The loser, well, they will end their season today.
So if we see the UE lineup now, Miko, James Uaap is back in, Philip Butel back in also, and Jason Alminario. So Coach Boise Zam are taking a big risk, putting James Uaap back in the fourth quarter.
So welcome to the fourth and final quarter. A no-look pass by Tolentino to Napa. Napa scores from under the basket. Give the Bulldogs a 4-point lead.
And Yoon, 7 assists, Miko, in the third quarter, and 4 steals. And UE just 1 assist. Unlike in the first half when they were leading, they had more assists. They had 10 assists to 7. So now we know that NU is picking up the game, and they have 4 steals to be able to, so that they were able to cut down the lead now and even get the lead from UE.
Speaking of assists, that was 1 assist. Brought to you by Smart Z, the power to live the life you choose. Smart Z, your cell phone now. Here's Uaap back on the floor, nursing 4 personal fouls. Alminario with a rebound, and that's what Alminario does best.
Offensive rebound. He's a role player who just gives you brute strength underneath and gets the offensive rebound that time and a foul. Be able to get a 3-point play.
Watch this. Uaap will miss the jumper, and Jason Alminario, jumping higher than everyone else, grabs that rebound and scores off the glass, plus a foul. Brought to you by High Endurance, Old Spice. And he completes the 3-point play. So 9 points and 6 rebounds now for Alminario. So NU's lead is down to 1. Here's Tolentino. Back to Baguion for 3.
What a shot. What a shot by Froilan Baguion that time. Takes a 3-point shot. You know, that was the first pass on the offense. And he passed it back to him and he took the 3-point shot. This boy's got a lot of guts.
Tubit wanted to answer back. He missed the 3. Bulldogs up by 4. It's Tubit guarding Baguion. Baguion, kick out to Tolentino. Tolentino stumbling. He was fouled by Tubit. It's number 3 on Tubit. James Uaap, as we mentioned, nursing 4 fouls, sits down. Arnold Booker is back in the game. Fourth quarter is nearly 2 minutes old. De Castro goes back to Baguion. Hit the 3 earlier. Goes back to De Castro. De Castro with a spin. And he's called for taking too many steps.
So that time, De Castro not being able to convert.
Rolly Masbang is inserted once again in the lineup for UE, replacing Philip Butel. UE down by 4. Artadi over to Tubit. Tubit over to Booker. Booker from the right side. Second 3-pointer of the day for Arnold Booker. He has 8 points. And just like that, we have a 1-point ball game inside the Big Dome. NU up by 1. Nail goes back to Baguion. Too much muscle. And the Warriors get the ball. It's a 3-on-1 fast break. Oh, what a defensive stand by Baguion. An excellent defensive stand by the small but mighty Froilan Baguion.
Yeah, that was a 3-on-1 fast break for UE. They could have run it a bit better, you know, they could have spread the wings a bit better. But that time, Froilan Baguion, the man of the hour, able to break up that play. And now even NU gets the ball. So, you know, he completed that play.
Baguion never giving up on that play. And now he has the ball. Oh, offensive foul. He bangs into Tubit. So that's number 4 on Baguio. Watch this.
Offensive foul that time by Froilan Baguio. Bumping into the much bigger Ronald Tubit.
Anthony Urbano is all set to replace Baguio. In the meantime, here's Paul Artadi. Warriors down by just 1. Tubit falling, sliding, stumbling.
I know they call Ronald Tubit the saint, but I think he can be called the floor manager. he's sweeping.
You know, he's beginning to look like the hardwood of Araneta.
What does it goes to show you how much intensity that he plays with. He wants to get the offensive foul every time down the court, and he's not willing to sacrifice his body.
Oh, but that's Tubit. I mean, he will give you 150% energy every game. Here's Tubit. Nice head fake, but the shot is a bit to the left. The offensive rebound goes to Booker. Booker already has 2 3-pointers today. That one won't work. And in a scuffle for the loose ball, UE will keep possession.
And you have to be able to get those defensive rebounds, Miko. You have to hold the team like you cannot let them get those offensive rebounds, especially if they're not a much bigger team.
Tadi, shadowed by Manabat. Now there's a switch. And Neo gives up the foul. He was trying to reach in. Number 2 on Neo.
His second 5-on-NU penalty.
So NU in the penalty.
Yes,
very early in the fourth quarter.
We still have 7 minutes to go in the ball game.
And if you notice, most of the fouls of NU are what we can say a bit useless. Little taps, offensive fouls. So they have to watch it if they want to be able to win this game.
Paul Artadi on the line. He leads the Warriors in assists and minutes played.
So you know the importance of Paul Artadi in this UE lineup.
Let's get this Gentex update from Chino Hoxon.
Yes, no more doubt this time. If you have to take a shot, do so. If you have to make a pass, do so. Again, we have to make stops. Keep the game close and take care of those fouls. And lastly, please do well on the charity line. This is the latest update from Coach Boise here at the UE bench. Miko, Dominic?
Well, thanks to their performance on the charity stripe, they now have regained the lead at 65-64. They can add to that lead with this offensive foray. Here's Artadi. Crossover dribble, step back, goes to Booker. Booker, guarded by Napa. 11 on the shot clock, over 6 minutes to go in this knockout game. Booker trying to make a move on Napa. Step back, goes to Artadi. Artadi top of the key, being shadowed by Kahayan. Artadi fires, and this one short. So long rebound, saved by Tubit. Urbano secures the basketball for NU. So Tubit saving it to the wrong man. Here's Urbano, who stops, who pops from long range.
Quality minutes, Miko. Urbano hitting the 3 that time. It's a backbreaker for UE.
So 5 points for the role player, Anthony Urbano. The lead is back with NU, 67-65. Artadi with a spin, handoff to Rolly Masbang. Masbang with a power move, and the ball softly goes in. First 2 points for Rolly Masbang, but that's another assist for Paul Artadi. We're tied at 67. Here's Gilbert Neo against Masbang. Neo with a spin, he curls along the baseline, it will go out, it will stay with NU. The ball game is tied at 67, over 5 minutes remaining in this knockout game. There is no tomorrow for both teams. We'll be back.
Here's another first from Pizza Hut. The new double stuffed crust pizza. 32 pepperoni slices with rich and creamy mozzarella and your favorite stuffed crust pizza.
I love the pepperoni. I like the cheese. Pepperoni. Cheese. Pepperoni. Cheese. Pepperoni.
The new double stuffed crust pizza. Another world-famous pizza from Pizza Hut. Non-stop cheers for the 64th season of the UAAP. Catch more cheers at this year's Nestle Non-Stop Cheer Dancing Competition, powered by Nestle Non-Stop. the ice cream with no limits.
Our no fear man of the game is UE high flyer and really acrobatic stuntman Arnold Booker. Watch Booker in action on display, twisting in the air. That shot was brought to you by No Fear Jeans USA. Face your fears, live your dreams. Red Army of the Warriors in full force today, hoping to see their beloved team make it to the Final Four with a win today. Less than 6 minutes to go in this knockout game. The winner goes on
to play another day.
Yes, to meet LaSalle in the Final Four as the number 4 seed. The loser, well, all they will have
a memory vacation.
Yes, an early vacation. Foul on Ronnie Cahayon, his first, but NU already in the penalty.
There again, Nico, those are the fouls that you don't want to give up. It gives UE the opportunity to score 2 points without really working for it. They just have to shoot it from the free throw line.
And you see the contrast in the team foul situation. NU already in the penalty, actually entering the penalty very early, while UE only has 1 team foul.
Also goes to show you how UE is playing defense. Now they're moving their feet. That's what I can't understand with NU now. They were playing such good defense in the third quarter, and now they've been relegated to, you know, slapping the ball, trying to use their hands instead of their feet.
You know, we highlighted before the game how Paul Artadi plays well when they play NU. He is playing well today, leading the Warriors with 15 points. In the meantime, NU trying its very best to keep in step with the Warriors. So foul is on Masbang. That's number 2 on Masbang. The foul will send Neo to the line. That was just the second team foul of UE here in the fourth. Perhaps this is a good time to think about NU being in this situation for the first time in years.
For the first time ever since, probably. I mean, Final Four has only been introduced ever since 1994.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's really the first time.
Artadi finds James Yap quietly reinserted in the ball game. Here's more on the Bulldogs from Kashirani.
Last quarter, Coach Manny repeats, now or never. Everything you work hard will reflect on your ball game. So keep the composure and intensity. Big guys must be more aggressive. Defensive strategies like major gang rebounding must be applied. Just hold on and win this ball game coming from Coach Manny. Back to you, Nico and Dominic.
So Coach Manny Dandan having so much confidence in his boys. He feels that they are going to win this game.
I mean, of course, both teams deserve to be in the Final Four. The way
both of them have been playing.
Yeah, that played all season long. But of course, if NU somehow cannot find a way to pull it off and join the Final Four, I mean, you can imagine a lot of people who just feel for Manny Dandan and the Bulldogs. I mean, the way they've patiently built this program.
Very impressive how he's done it. You know, I'm not saying that that NU will go on and lose this game, but if they do, it's been a good season for them. But you know, if you're NU, you want to win this game. You want to cap it off with a Final Four appearance.
James Yap flying in the air, gliding for the layup. Yap now in double digits with 10 points. So the lead is back with UE, 71-70. Under 5 minutes to play in this knockout game. Neo back to Napa, 13 on the shot clock. Napa back to Neo, guarded by Buta. And Neo traveled. May have been very excited with the fact that it was only Buta who was guarding him.
He probably thought that he could take Philip Buta on. anytime. So, you know, that time he got really excited and traveled in the process.
If you're looking for J.R. Estrada, he is on the floor nursing 4 fouls. So you have 2 players on the lineup for UE with 4 fouls. That's Uaap and Estrada. Here's Artadi driving through offensive foul.
But you know, I like what Coach Boise Zamar is. He's a risk taker. You know, he's not holding anything back because there's no tomorrow, as we said. You know, you can't hold anything back, especially today. You got to put everything on the line, just keep playing, and just take your chances.
So Artadi now with 2 personal fouls. Urbano sits down. Baguion is back in the game. So is Alminario and Tubit. So again, UE has its starting lineup on the floor with Artadi, Uaap, Tubit, Estrada, and Alminario.
Boise Zamar going with his strongest 5.
While the Bulldogs have Baguion, Grijaldo, Cahayon, Neo, and Napa. And the whistle is blown. Alminario called for his 2nd personal. And UE is also in the penalty.
So every foul now, it's 2 shots for both teams.
Even when the Bulldogs had the likes of Jumbo Bolado, Daniel Ducotso, Jorge Tugade, who are now stars in the PBA, they were never this close to making it or to having a shot at the championship. We never mind the Final Four, but a shot at the championship. So the ball game is tied at 71. Here's Paul Artadi picking up speed, missing the layup, but Estrada tips it in. So 11 points and 4 rebounds now for Estrada. UE on top by 2. 3:40 to go in the ball game. Cahayon in motion. Here's Baguion with a bounce pass from Neo inside. He jumps without the basketball, but he was fouled.
Good play that time. They were able to bring in the ball deep into the post, and they get fouled. They have a chance to tie the ball game with 3 minutes and 31 seconds to go.
So it was Artadi who was trying to reach in, called for his 3rd personal foul. As we mentioned, every foul will send the player to the line, as both teams are in the penalty.
So also, Miko, which team shoots better from the free throw line will have a better chance of winning this game.
Grijaldo. Oh, that was a crucial putback. A crucial putback.
Bring back some confidence in the NU Bulldogs 5 on the floor.
And keep the ball game tied at 73. You can see the time on your screens. We have barely over 3 minutes remaining in this knockout game. Artadi to Uaap. Uaap playing on borrowed time with 4 fouls. What a fake. That up and under move, however, will not result in a basket. And the ball will go out. No, last touch on NU. Bulldogs at one point were comfortably in 3rd place at one point during the tournament. And now they have to fight UE in a do or die game for the last spot. Here's Artadi. He stops, finds Estrada, goes to his left, over to Artadi, who is left open. 18 points for Paul Artadi.
I wonder what it is that Paul Artadi has against the NU Bulldogs, that he plays so well every time they play them.
Baguion to Grijaldo. Grijaldo trying to answer back. Baseline try won't work. Here's Napa. Oh! That shot was erased by Estrada.
Intensity that time by J.R. Estrada on defense.
Artadi was called for his 4th foul. Let's see what happened. Napa's shot will be erased. This is a smart Z block by Estrada.
Reach in that time by Paul Artadi.
Okay, it was a reach in, so that will be Artadi's 4th foul.
So 3 guys of the UE Red Warriors now with 4 fouls. That's Uaap, Estrada, and Artadi.
UE on top by 3. We'll be back.
You're having the best time with basketball action thanks to Sudan. It's Sudan good. Sudan, rich chocolate flavor outside, roasted peanuts, creamy nougat, and a thick caramel layer on the inside. It's Sudan good.
ELBC na!
James, go for the high percentage ka, ha? Pag wala nangyari, James, dito ka lumabas kay Ronald. Ronald, punta ka kagad doon.
Season 60.
If you look ahead to next year, and you look at this UE squad on your screens, no one is graduating from the Warriors. So you'll have everyone back. Tubid, Artadi, Uaap, Estrada, Alminario, all a year wiser. They have that great experience backing them up.
You got the whole gang back.
Yeah, the gang rebounding gang back. Paulo Ubalde, they'll all be back. But of course, they're not thinking about next year. They're thinking about the Final Four, which they want to be part of. And they have to win this game to be part of the Final Four. As for Ronnie Cahayan and the Bulldogs, the time is now. Of course, there are no guarantees that what you do this year will help you for next year.
Next year, exactly.
And you, of course, will be missing or losing Manabat and De Castro will be graduating this year.
So also a strong lineup for NU next year.
Right, that's right. But if you look at the history of NU, I mean, they're a team that really cannot afford to waste golden opportunities like this one. A chance to be part of the Final Four for the first time.
Exactly, because you start to believe, you bring in more of your schoolmates, more of your fans. It's a confidence booster more than anything for NU.
So NU, or rather UE, is on top by 2. And a three-pointer by Uaap won't go in. Ubalde trying to save the ball. It will be with NU. Here's Baguion. Baguion, his pass batted away by Estrada. So we're about to enter the 2-minute time zone with the Warriors on top by 2. But Efrem Brian Tolentino ties the game at 76, and we're in the final 2 minutes, brought to you by Sudan. It's Sudan good. At stake in this ball game is the only remaining seat in the Final Four. Here's Uaap. Over to Tubid. Tubid, he will not shoot. He has 9 on the shot. Now Tubid will shoot, and it won't go in. Defensive rebound by Ubalde. Ubalde over to Alminario. Alminario driving and simply running over Roylan Baguion.
So UE in the past 2 possessions not taking very good shots. They took 2 3-pointers that weren't wide open, Nico. Well, they're giving NU a chance to get this game from them.
Well, let's see. Again, it's Ubalde in the ball game. In the crucial remaining moments of this knockout game. Baguion to Napa. Napa fakes. Oh, this pass goes to the wrong man. A bad pass by Napa. Here's Uaap. Uaap hands over to Tubid. Back to Uaap. Uaap fakes. He drives. He stops. He fakes. He squeezes through. And he will get 2 shots.
Heads up play that time by James Uaap. Not rushing it, waiting for the exact moment in time that he needed to be able to get that foul and push his team, or have a chance to be able to push his team by 2 points if he makes both free throws.
So Uaap squeezing his way through. He got the 3rd foul of Alfie Grijaldo. Now both teams already in the penalty. By the way, Ray Mendoza checking in for Jeff Napa. So the Bulldogs have Baguion, Mendoza, Tolentino, Grijaldo, and Neo on the floor. The Warriors have Artadi, Butler, Tubid, Estrada, and James Uaap, who is on the line. And he makes the first free throw.
Boise Zamar opting for a smaller but quicker lineup when he subbed Arnold Booker for Jason Almenaro.
So J.R. Estrada will act as the center. Yeah. Calmly sinks the second free throw. 2-point lead for UE. The Bulldogs are trying to enter the Final Four for the first time. And Alfie Grijaldo has been a force inside. He has 20 points and 8 rebounds today. And again, the ball game is tied at 78.
You know, if you could only credit the basket of half a basket, that you could have credited to Froilan Baguion, who just saw Alfie Grijaldo wide open that time for the 2 points.
Let's listen in on Boise Zamar.
Okay. Ronald. Paul. One line tayo, one line. Okay, James. Then, Booker. Okay. Ronald, bigay ka ng screen kay Paul. Paul. Punta ka ron. Ronald, dito ka. James, kunin mo yung bola. Sigurado big man yung kukuha sa'yo. Okay. Ikaw, Booker, ready ka lang dito. So, ganito mangyayari. James. Okay, you're here. Ibigay natin yung bola sa middle, ha? Okay. Then, pagbaba. We go open. Tatlong big man yan, coach. Tatlong big man yan, ha? Kung sino tao ni big man? Isa, si James. Isa. Okay. Mendoza. James. Tawid mo muna. Tawid mo muna. Wala na yung Mendoza. Wala na yung Mendoza. Balik na. Balik na. Paul, tawid mo muna. Tapos mo kay James. Okay.
The ball game is tied at 78. Obviously, both teams are aching to win this knockout match and be part of the Final Four and face LaSalle on Sunday. So, under a minute to go, the Warriors with a chance to regain the lead. Here's Uaap. Oh, falls down. A push from behind by Nail. That will send James Uaap to the line.
That was the play designed for James Uaap that time by Coach Boise Zamar. Coach Boise Zamar being able to notice the quickness of James Uaap that time against Gilbert Neo. So he wanted him to do like a 1-4 set on top of the key for James Uaap.
Neo there using as a left hand to push Uaap from behind. Uaap finds himself on the free throw line to pressure pack Charities. Uaap was a celebrated rookie last year out of Escalante Negros. Played for the Iloilo Commercial Central Chinese High School. And he makes the second free throw. So the Warriors are holding on to a 1-point lead, 79-78. Time down to 45 seconds. Baguion and the Bulldogs are hoping to win this game and be part of the Final Four for the first time in their history. Here's Baguion being shouted by Artadi. Baguion finding Grijaldo. Grijaldo. Oh, what a lucky shot!
What a shot!
What a shot! Did not even leave the floor. So ANU is on top by 1, 80-79. Time running out, 26 seconds to go. Here's Artadi gaining momentum and just throws it up. Napa gets the loose ball. Can the Bulldogs hold on, win this game, and make the Final Four for the first time in history?
Unbelievable
What a shot!
Unbelievable shot. You know, it pays to be lucky.
It pays to be big. Grijaldo, who has played a monster game, did not even leave the floor. He just threw that up, aimed for the backboard, goes perfectly off the glass and into the basket. In the meantime, Jefferson Napa with that missed layup from Artadi is on the strike.
He has a chance to extend their lead and maybe force UE into the last shot of taking a 3-point shot, which is the harder shot in the ballgame.
By the way, Estrada already fouled out. Now Napa made the first free throw. And the Bulldogs are up by 2. Oh, that was short. That was short. And there's a foul in the backcourt.
So that's 2 free throws also. You know, Miko, that could have been a good foul. Now, Booker has to take 2 foul shots, but NU will have the last shot of the
right with 21.3 seconds remaining in the game.
So that could have been a good foul. We will see at the end of the game.
Warriors, they've had a roller coaster season. They've had big wins against LaSalle, of course.
UE.
Booker makes the first. Warriors down by 1. Only 21.3 seconds to go. Booker hoping to tie the game. Yes. So as you mentioned, Dominic, we'll see if NU takes the last shot of a ball game that is tied with 13 seconds to go.
This is what it boils down to, Miko. You know, the last shot of the game for the season.
There's about a second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Manabat. Grijaldo won't go. And Uaap touches the ball last. We're going into overtime. We're going into overtime.
So both teams not quitting. You know, this is what you call a knockout game, Miko.
We'll
in the fourth and final slot.
Partner will need 5 more minutes to decide who shall take the last seat in the Final Four. We'll bring you the extension period after this break.
Studio 23 invaded the Ateneo with a campus review last September 5. We stormed their campus and gave them a chance to see our upcoming shows for free.
I like Temptation Island because
too many hot babes.
It's real.
Hot chick.
Watch Dark Angel starring Jessica Alba
on Studio 23.
Watch out for the next Studio 23 campus review. It's coming right at you. Studio 23's campus review is powered by Nor Cup of Soup, Cup of Snack, Cornets, and Chips Ahoy.
Time out. Isa munang halo-halo. Wolfgang. Halo-halo. Mainit-init pa. Biyernes, 6 p.m. Dito lang sa Mix.
Savor the eclectic blend of Halo Halo with Pepsi. Let your taste decide. And the new Axe Deo Stick, the cool stick for hot guys.
Well, if you just joined us, we'll need 5 more minutes to decide who shall take the very last seat in the Final Four. Good afternoon, friends from the Big Toe. Miko Halili here with my partner, Dominic Uy. Gina Hockton is manning the sidelines for UE. Cash Kadani is over at the NU bench. Both teams wanting to take the last seat in the Final Four and meet LaSalle on Sunday as the 4th seed. And NU gets to score first in overtime.
You know, Miko, what would be interesting here also is, since most of the UE players are in foul trouble, how the second stringers of both teams will react to the pressure to be able to bring the win for their respective teams.
Here's Tubid. Left open. Oh, too much muscle on the attempt. And Grijaldo gets the rebound and there will be a foul. Looks like it will be on Tubid.
So that's his 4th foul.
By the way, for both sides, J.R. Estrada already fouled out.
Froilan Baguion for the NU Bulldogs.
Yes, fouling out for NU. And now with that foul by Tubid, 3 important players for UE are on the verge of fouling out. Uaap, Tubid, Artadi, all with 4 personal fouls.
And all 3 of them on the floor right now.
And by the way, in overtime, you carry over your team foul situation. So both teams are still in the penalty.
2 shots every time.
What a game by Grijaldo. 23 points and 9 rebounds.
Amazing. He hit that shot, that amazing shot, the last 40 seconds of the game.
Grijaldo misses the second free throw. However, his team is on top by 3. Here's Booker. Booker fakes, looks for Uaap. Uaap is being guarded by Nail. No problem for James Uaap.
Beautiful move that time by James Uaap. Sizing up his defenders and just hitting the jump shot.
Bulldogs still up by 1. We are in overtime. Nail to the cutting Tolentino. And that's an offensive foul on Tolentino as Alminario hits the deck. And that's number 4 on Tolentino. Watch this. Nail with the cutting Tolentino. Alminario is there. He falls to the deck. And Tolentino gets his 4th personal foul.
Good positioning that time by Jason Alminario.
Olan Omiping is in the game for UE. joining Ronquillo, Artadi, Uaap, and Alminario.
Coach Boy Zam are opting to rest some of the starters, maybe for a minute or two. You know, just in case that he needs them in the last 2 minutes of the overtime.
The basket won't count on Meeting as he was passing to Artadi, barged into Manabat, so that's an offensive foul on Umiping. So that's the fourth on Umiping. 3:53 to go in overtime. There's the offensive foul by Umiping moments ago. So the Bulldogs are protecting a very precious 1-point lead. Here's Arsen Uaap over to Manabat. Manabat fires the three. A high looping three. It bounces high off the rim. And what a hustle play by Ronnie Cahayon, or rather Tolentino, who just slammed the ball against Ronquillo. Enyo keeps the basketball. Here's Uaap. Offensively, Uaap has been silent. So here's Grijaldo back to Uaap. That's short. Manabat trying to keep the ball alive. Last touch on NU.
Hustling. NU Bulldogs just hustling for every rebound that time. Too bad that time he tapped it out. But you know what I like about NU now is they got so much confidence. They know they can win.
They're up by 1, 84-83. Over 3 minutes remaining in the ball game. James Uaap guarded by the big man, Gilbert Dale. Uaap, up and under, no. And Grijaldo gets the ball. A reach and foul called on Adrian Ronquillo.
So 2 shots now in the offing for Chico Manabat.
3:08 to go in overtime. Chico Manabat is on the line. Manabat, of course, still grieving from the recent death of his father, Boy Manabat. And that's his first point of the game. Hard to believe. Playing in his last year for NU. And he would like to extend his last playing year into the Final Four.
Into at least one more game.
Right. He has just given NU a 3-point lead. 86-83. Here's Tubin. Over to Artadi on the right side. Artadi, baseline. Yes!
Calm and composed that time. Paul Artadi hitting that baseline jumper.
20 points for Artadi. Here's Manabat. Inside to Grijaldo. Alfie Grijaldo missing that time. Uaap with a rebound. Warriors down by 1. They can take the driver's seat on this offensive set. Under 3 minutes remaining. Ronquillo swings it over to Tubin. Tubin fires short. And that will be the 5th and final foul of James Uaap.
Bad foul that time by James Uaap. But, you know, you get caught up sometimes in the intensity of the game. You feel that you have the steal and you just go for it.
James Uaap fouls out with 15 points and 5 rebounds. So Arnold Booker, who is also very offensively potent, replaces Uaap. He joins Alminario, Ronquillo, Tubin, and Artadi. So Uaap and Estrada both fouling out for UE. The foul sends Tolentino to the line, but he misses the free throw. Ryan Tolentino with 5 points and 6 rebounds today. One of the many role players for Manny Dandan. He makes the second free throw and gives NU a 2-point advantage.
So with 2 minutes and 24 seconds to go, NU has the lead.
Booker, free throw line, inside the shaded lane, fall away. Nothing but net for Arnold Booker. He has 12 points today. And once again, the ball game is tied at 87. It's our 8th deadlock of the afternoon. Manabat face-to-face with Ronquillo on the right side. And once again, we're into the final 2 minutes. Brought to you by Sudan. It's so damn good. And Gilbert Neo is in shock. He has just been called with an offensive foul. And that's his 4th.
So now slowly but surely the NU Bulldogs also getting into foul trouble.
Both Neo and Tolentino with 4 fouls. Ball game is tied. At stake in this game is the last seat in the Final Four. A chance to face De La Salle on Sunday. Here's Booker. Trying to make a 2-man game with Alminario. Booker, oh, takes a 3. That one's too strong. Grijaldo saves it to Manabat. A minute and 36 to go. Here's Tolentino. Trying to go back to his point guard.
15 seconds on the shot clock.
Manabat trying to leave Booker behind. Manabat, backdoor play for Tolentino.
Nice pass that time, Chico Manabat. Just unbelievable. I like the point guards of the NU Bulldogs. They see the open man right away for the wide open shot under the basket.
Tolentino delivering the goods, playing his role to the hilt. Here's Tubid. Bulldogs up by 2. Tubid out to Alminario. Go! If that's on Tubid, that will be his 5th and final foul. Tubid fouls out with 9 points and 4 rebounds, and Ronald Tubid did not score a single point in the second half.
So interesting to see now that Uaap is...
It's even more complicated.
Once you rule out the idea of marriage, where's there to go from there?
Get reveals James LeGros and Drew Barrymore. Katawanan at Kiligan. Wishful Thinking on Sunday Night Movies. July 21 on Studio 23. What you want.
Our newest book is Fall on Your Knees by Anne-Marie McDonald. It's about a family suffocating in its own secrets. I still don't know why it's called Fall on Your Knees, so those of you who figure out, there's not a line in there like in the other book where you go, oh, that's it. Yeah, I still don't know why it's called that, but that's why the author's coming. Fall on Your Knees. Write to us here at The Oprah Show or email me at Oprah.
Gives up his 5th and final foul.
Foul number 8.
So Tolentino leaves the game with 5 personal fouls, but he has done his share by scoring 8 points and grabbing 6 rebounds.
A good game by Tolentino. But you know, now it's interesting to see who, you know, with 38.9 seconds now and you up by 1 point, you'll just see who wants it more now, especially now that most of the starters have fouled out. You'll just see the attitude and the character of the team.
And look who Manny Dandan goes to replace Tolentino. Ronnie Cahayon. Another role player. So Cahayon joins Manabat, Napa, Neo, and Grijaldo. Manny Dandan hoping to barge into the Final Four for the first time. His team grabbing on to a 1-point lead. Yui, on the other hand, just waiting to regain the advantage. Artadi falling down, passing to Ubalde. Ubalde in the shaded lane, he just throws it up. And Napa gets a loose ball. That's a foul on, is it on Artadi? Looks like it's on Ubalde. 24.9 seconds to go. Ubalde going into no man's land.
You know, that time, Paulo Ubalde, he was looking for
Alminario.
Alminario, exactly, that time. But NU was able to cover that passing lane, so he had to just throw it up and throw up a prayer.
So the Warriors will talk things over with only 24.9 seconds to go, and the Bulldogs up by 1 point. Perhaps we can listen in on Boise Zamal.
Okay. This is what we'll do. Guys, ganito gawin natin, ha? We open up all. Open tayo lahat. Paul, Paul, don't force it. Hindi pwede. Pag-drive ni Paul, okay, pataw. Paul, pag nag-help, kung sino yung nag-help na tao, hindi, ganito gawin natin. 1-4 formation. Booker, doon ka. Okay. Adrian, doon ka. 4 and 5 dito. Paul, atakayin mo Paul, ha, coach. Ngayon, nag-help yung tao mo, correct eh. Okay? Nag-help doon. Ito kami ito, pag hindi pwede, atakayin natin 2 points and 1 stop lang. No foul. Inyo, White, guys, 1 stop lang. Wala tayong magagawa. Kung ano man mangyari, I gave my best. I don't know.
Atin yan, White! Atin yan, White! Atin yan! Atin yan!
So, Coach Boise Zamar opting for his bread and butter play, the 1-4 play again later after Jeff Napa takes his 2 shots. So, you know, if Jeff Napa makes just 1 shot, then they'll go for a quick 2. But if he makes 2 shots, they'll have to go for the 3-point shot.
Jeff Napa. We discussed Napa at the top of this game. It is crucial for him to be a steady force for NU. Napa today with 12 points, 5 rebounds.
So he's playing above, no, well, he's playing above par. So good job by Jeff Napa today.
However, he misses the second free throw, which could have given NU a 3-point advantage.
So 2 shots also for the UE Red Warriors.
So that's the 4th foul of Grijaldo. Now with only 24.16 remaining, the Warriors, with Rolly Masbang on the line, with a marvelous chance to tie the game without eating up time.
Exactly. So if Rolly Masbang even just misses 1 of the 2 free throws, all NU has to do is grab the rebound and they don't even have to take an attempt anymore. But for sure, UE will foul the guy who gets the rebound, if that's the case.
Rolly Masbang missing the first pressure pack charity. 1 more free throw for Masbang. And he makes the second free throw cleanly.
Expect a quick foul by UE.
And there's a quick foul given up by Booker on Ronnie Cahayon. Again, both teams have been in the penalty for quite some time now. If you're just joining us, we are in overtime between NU and UE. At stake is the last ticket to the Final Four.
Miko, interesting to know it. Ronnie Cahayan has only attempted 9 free throws this whole season, and he's only made 4, so he's a 44% free throw shooter. But he makes it this time. All-important free throw by Rolly Cahayon.
Bulldogs now up by 2. And Ronnie Cahayon, a role player for Manny Dandan, can make it a 3-point ball game. He does. Let's see what the Warriors will do.
Well, they have to go for quick 2 or the 3-point shot to tie it.
15 seconds to go. Artadi spinning around. Booker going to his right. Booker goes back to the point guard Artadi. 8 seconds to go. Ronquillo takes the 3. Yo! Oh, what a 3-pointer ball game is tied. Here's Manabat. Manabat going for the win. Block by Masbang. We are going. Frank, we are going into second overtime.
Just both teams not giving up. Wow, an amazing game, Chico.
We'll be back with the second overtime after this short break.
This Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m., make way for the best cheering teams in town. All of the UAAP cheering competition. Witness how the games are best cheered on with Nestle Nonstop, the ice cream with no limits. The party never stops in the most happening place. It's fun to be on 23. We're hotter than ever with these great new shows. A group of psychics explore the unknown on the others. Real ghost stories in real haunted places on the scariest places on Earth. I know who you are. A cyberbank searches for a true identity on Dark Angel. Couples play the game of love and lust on Temptation Island. A police commissioner fights for a crime-free city on The District. It's a happy family of witches and mortals on Bewitched. And we're twice the fun with a much-awaited new season of your favorite hit shows.
You're doing it again. Oh my God,
The Odd Couple gets wackier on Will and Grace. Teenage life has never been more amusing on Popular. Tomorrow's news is double the excitement on Early Edition. The wit and sarcasm are deadlier on Just Shoot Me.
I'm reading Sandy.
And selling lingerie gets crazier on Veronica's Closet. See how they will overcome Africa on Survivor 3. See where the action is. Fun to be on 23. Studio 23, Cool TV.
How badly do these two teams want to join the Final Four? Well, 40 minutes weren't enough. 5 extra minutes were not enough. We're into overtime number 2 between UE and NU. Miko Halili here with Dominic Uy.
Second overtime, Miko. Amazing. And it's just an amazing game. Both teams have been playing so well.
Absolutely. Regulation ended at 81 all. First overtime ended at 94 all. And Booker can't break the deadlock with that long try. Manabot with a long pass to Jefferson Napa, who blows the layup. So we go to the other end. Here's Artadi. Face-to-face with Manabat, two of the league's best point guards. Here's Ronquillo, faced by Ronnie Cahayon. Cahayon, of course, sinking those crucial free throws in the first overtime.
And Ronquillo hitting that 3 at the buzzer.
Right. And Artadi's reverse won't work. Manabat again, one more long pass. Ronnie Cahayon blocked from behind by Masbang, but there is a foul.
So the two guys who've been saving the day for UE and NU going at each other also.
So Ronnie Cahayon, the role player, giving Manny Dandan absolutely quality minutes, is fouled by Masbang, who commits his 4th foul. Cahayon, as you said, is a 44% free throw shooter, but he doesn't care about that. All he wants to do is help NU make the Final Four for the first time.
Well, he'll be remembered for this game, definitely, Miko. You know, a guy like this is what? Maybe in his 2nd year, and unbelievable the way he's playing in a game with full of pressure.
So the Bulldogs regain a 1-point lead, 95-94. Under 4 minutes to go in overtime, and Arnold Booker trying to slice through. His pass saved by Artadi with 9 on the shot clock. Artadi trying to escape Manabat. Artadi throws that up high, looping off the glass. Artadi somehow got the ball back and scores under the basket. So UE on top by 1. Manabat stepping or pushing up the ball. And a foul called downstairs as Grijaldo misses that time.
Another beautiful pass that time by Chico Manabat to Alfie Grijaldo. You know, I think Alfie Grijaldo doesn't like jumping when he takes those shots.
By the way, if you're looking for James Uaap, he already fouled out. Same goes with J.R. Estrada and Ronald Tubin for the Warriors. They've all fouled out. For NU, no more Froilan Baguion and Brian Tolentino. As Grijaldo continues his monster game, he has scored 26 points and has grabbed 11 rebounds for Coach Manny Dandan.
It's a solid game so far by Grijaldo.
And look at his average, it's only 7 points per game. And the referee calls a jump.
So with 3 minutes and 35 seconds to go, still tied at 96 all. You in for a 3rd overtime, Miko?
Someone buy me food. Here's Neo. And he was fouled by Booker. Booker, of course, a height disadvantage. Booker now with 4 fouls. So Booker also in danger of fouling out.
So if you look at the foul trouble of both teams, I think NU has the edge when it comes to foul troubles, because most of the guys of the UE Red Warriors are all have 4 fouls. Artadi, Alminario, Omiping, Masbang, and Booker.
Gilbert Neo on the strike. Remember, Neo did a great job in defending James Uaap earlier. And Neo now with 6 points. 6 points in the game. And he has just given NU a 1-point lead. Make that a 2-point lead. 98-96. 3:30 to go in the 2nd overtime. Artadi. Over to Omiping. The rookie won't shoot. Back to Artadi, top of the key. Pounded by Cahayon. Here's Omiping. Oh, blocked that time by Napa.
A good defense that time by Jeff Napa. That's what you need. You need important stops like that to be able to push your lead even more.
Who will make it to the Final Four as the 4th seed? Will it be NU, the perennial whipping boys who have now become contenders? Or will it be UE? Perhaps the winningest team in UAAP history as far as basketball is concerned. The Warriors are down by 2. Less than 3 minutes to go in overtime number 2. Artadi, 15-footer. Little to the left, and Grijaldo gets his 12th rebound.
You know, interesting also, Miko, it doesn't matter who, I mean, LaSalle doesn't really care who they're facing because they lost both of these teams also. So, you know, they're not really hoping for which team to be able to play with in the Final Four.
What an effort by Napa. That shot was already blocked, but somehow pushed it against the glass and has given NU a 4-point lead. 196, 2:22 remaining in the second overtime. We're hanging on. Maybe we can listen in on Boise Zama.
Ganito. We go 120. Hindi. We go 230 pala. Okay, 1, 2, 5. Quick, dito ka na. Pagbaba, away tayo. Quick, dito ka. RJ, dito ka. Okay. 230 sa full court. Guys, we have to get that ball. I don't care kahit hindi makakashoot tayo. Hindi ka tayo makakashoot sa half court eh. Ikunin natin dito sa depensa. Kaya lang talagay tayo ng tao dito para nag-round robin lang dyan. Yan nagsabi na may isolation tayo dito sa wing. Bigyan natin pick and roll. So tayo pinaghihirapan natin eh. Then atakihin natin sa loob. Then pag nag-tag kick out, that's the time we get 3 points. Guys, we have to score now. Go.
For those who have tuned in, expecting to see the start of the Ateneo FEU Final Four match, you have to wait a while. we needed 10 extra minutes to decide who will face LaSalle on Sunday as the 4th seed. 40 minutes weren't enough, 45 minutes weren't enough, and now we're in the second overtime.
So UE has to score in this possession, Miko, if they want to be able to have a chance of, you know, winning this game.
Oh, last touch on Grijaldo. Last touch on Grijaldo.
So break that time for the UE Red Warriors. They have 12 seconds to be able to take a good shot for be able to bring down the lead.
Warriors are down by 4. Booker on the right side. It's really Artadi's job to find offensive opportunities for the Warriors. So that pass headed for Booker was tapped out by the Bulldogs. And welcome again to the last 2 minutes, brought to you by Sudan. It's Sudan Good.
UE has 4 seconds on their shot clock to be able to take a shot.
Artadi, 3 on the shot clock, 2 on the shot clock. Artadi fires, no! Beneo skies high for the, oh, Booker with a steal. And Booker with a steal and a turnaround shot to cut the lead down to just 2. 100-98. Less than 2 minutes to go. This is still anybody's ball game. Napa on the right side. Manabat in motion. Booker trying to keep in step with Napa. Goes back to Grijaldo. One-hander, no! A weak attempt from Grijaldo. Here's Artadi. UE pushing the ball up. Booker begging for the basketball. Artadi steps out. 16 on the shot clock. Here's Ronquillo, who shot a big 3 earlier. Back to Artadi on the right side. Alminares giving the pick. Artadi 15-footer. Sure, he won't trickle in. Grijaldo now with 13 rebounds in the game. So the Bulldogs really holding on to this 2-point lead. 1 minute and 3 to go. Grijaldo against Alminario. Grijaldo back to Napa. Threatened to take the 3. He goes to the basket and misses the layup, but he was fouled. That would have been a backbreaker.
Oh, definitely.
Layup gone in.
So another guy fouls out for the UE Red Warriors. Now, this time it's Olan Umiping.
So Umiping fouls out with 3 points and 2 rebounds.
Interesting who Coach Boise Zamar will put in for Olan Umiping.
It will be Paulo Hubalde. Again, James Yap, J.R. Estrada, Ronald Tubit, and now Olan Umiping all fouling out of the game for UE. Roelan Baguion, Brian Tolentino fouling out for NU. Napa has kept himself in the game and he has scored 15 points.
15 big points.
Big points. 9 coming here in the second half.
And most of them free throws.
16 points for the veteran Napa, who has just given NU a 4-point cushion. Can the Bulldogs hang on and make it to the Final Four for the first time? Or will UE, with its acrobatics and their flair for drama, come from behind and snatch this game and snatch a seat in the Final Four?
Well, we'll have 49.5 seconds to go. Well, if it only takes 49.5 seconds, now that they're in second overtime.
Oh, by the way, Neo just fouled out. So Neo leaves the game with 7 points and 3 rebounds. Archon Kayabyab comes in for Neo. So crucial free throws for Arnold Booker. His team is down by 4.
This guy has been steady the past 20 minutes of the game. Arnold Booker,
you know, in the absence of Yap and Tubit's offense, Booker has stepped up with 18 points. Make that 19 points, keeping UE very much in the ball game, down by just 2. 45 seconds to go. Kahayan is in trouble. He finds Grijaldo as they cross the half-court line. Manabat. And he is fouled by Booker, and that will send Manabat to the line. And a look of despair on Coach Boise Zamar. And that will be Booker's 5th foul.
Well, you know what Coach Boise Zamar is thinking. You know, you're the one bringing us back in the game, and you got 4 fouls, and then you go for the steal, which is not a very good decision on the part of Arnold Booker. But hey, you know, that's his decision right there. And we just have to see who else can, you know, Coach Boise pull out of his bag of tricks and lead UE to the win. Or even NU.
Okay, let's listen to Manny Dandan.
Sino papalit kay Booker? Okay. Ano mag-usap kayo, Marcia? Listen. Ganito. Tol, if they are going to penetrate, okay? If they are going to penetrate, Tol, po tayo na dehis nyo foulin. Maliwanag tayo. Huwag nyo pa foulin. Maliwanag tayo. Honest defense, pare. I want you to crash the boards. Wala munang tatakbo. Everybody crashes the boards. Maliwanag. No fouls. Listen, no fouls. That's clear. Okay, now. Alfie, sino free throw? Okay, Chicks, ikaw free throw. Alfie, retreat tayo right away. Kuha kagad ng mga matchups. Okay? No foul. All you have to do.
I mean, I have a question. You are on the verge of maybe making the Final Four for the first time in your school's history. How can you be that calm?
That's
your Manny Dandan. How can you do
amazing.
that?
Well, that's his personality, really, you know. That's why even if you notice the way his players play, it's calm and composed.
I mean, if I were in his position, I would be screaming. You know, my arms would be flailing all over the place, and my goodness. We're in the second overtime. 37.1 seconds to go. And really, no team wants to give in. And the Bulldogs are really just holding on with all 10 fingers to that 2-point lead, and Manabat can add to that lead. Manabat breathing after the very recent death of his father, Boy Manabat, playing his last year for the Bulldogs, and he makes 2 for 2.
4 points now, the lead of NU.
As you mentioned, partner, what else is in store from UE's bag of tricks? Here's Artadi. Over to Ronquillo. Ronquillo to Ubalde for three. This one's offline. Napa taps it over to Cahayon. And Artadi gives up the foul. I think the Bulldogs are beginning to sense it. I think they're beginning to smell it. They're beginning to smell the scent of the Final Four. Perhaps. If we still have 18.6 seconds to go. However, Artadi was without a doubt the steadiest guard for UE, fouls out of this game. A duty foul on the part of Artadi, who leaves the game with 5 fouls. And 22 points with 6 rebounds.
Well, you know, also for NU, you know, he has to make at least one of the 2 free throws to be able to make sure of the win. You know, they must not celebrate even if they're up 4 points so far with 18.6 seconds to go. Oh no, it's an advantage foul. Advantage or a flagrant? Was it a flagrant? It was a flagrant one. Oh, okay. So he has 2 foul shots and ball possession.
No wonder the Bulldogs are beginning to smell the sweet scent of the Final Four.
The first time in their school's history, NU on their way to the Final Four.
I could still remember the days when, you know, I mean, teams, players, fans, anytime an opposing team would meet NU, it was considered a win.
Right away, but not this time. Miko, they're making it to the Final Four, so watch out LaSalle. Here come the NU Bulldogs.
Who have somehow, dig deep, found in the recesses of their personalities the energy needed to survive this knockout game. Remember, they have lost their last 3 games. They appear to have lost steam going into the home stretch.
Amazing. An amazing season for the NU Bulldogs. Cap it off with a Final Four appearance and a chance to make it to the finals. I mean, not discounting any of their...
Oh, Napa with 2 misses. So let's see. There's still a chance for UE with 10 seconds to go. Ronquillo fires. Alminario scores. Only 6 seconds to go. But it's a 4-point game. And Cahayon finds Napa. Fred, the Bulldogs, for the first time in history, with just 2.3 seconds to go, will make it to the Final Four.
Just amazing. You see, Coach Manny Dandan, still no reaction on his face. Not jumping for joy, nothing. Just hugging his players, just want to... Now he has to think about LaSalle. And now, you know, this guy, Archie Grijaldo, played an amazing game. He had 26 points, 18 big rebounds, and 1 assist to cap it off. You know, this guy played his heart out, and he just gave the NU Bulldogs the win today. Amazing, an amazing game. We needed 50 minutes before we decided this game. So, you know, you just got to give it to the NU Bulldogs this year.
Well, we cannot find Alfie Grijaldo because the Bulldogs are embracing each other. There's Grijaldo embracing Gilbert Neo. What a game by Grijaldo. 26 points, 18 rebounds to lead the Bulldogs to a knockout victory. UE is on vacation. The Bulldogs go on to the Final Four for the first time to face LaSalle. Coming up next, the Final Four shall start. Number 2 Ateneo meets number 3 FEU, just like last year. That should be a ball game to watch for Dominic Uy, of course, Gina Hawkson and Kashirani, Miko Halili saying thank you for joining us. Double overtime win for the Bulldogs. They make it to the Final Four, 108-102.
4 committed couples put their love to the test. 26 attractive singles to tempt them. 12